Come all ye faithful. We're recording.
Wow.
This is fun. It feels real strange. I feel like I have 2 adult sons that won't move. They won't move out of the house. You know what I mean? My wife has since long ago faked her own death to escape, and I've been left to raise these 2 children. And everyone said when the movie The Good Son came out, everyone said Lil Chucky's definitely going to do it to Brad.
Hey, Brad. Got me up.
I'm the mannequin.
No, you're the baby that I killed before the movie started.
Okay.
Oh, isn't that one of your early pages? You showed me a rough draft of your Brada Sutra,
Yep.
which is sexual positions.
Yeah.
And you have the mannequin.
Yep.
The plank.
Yep.
And then in brackets, don't walk it.
Yep.
You also you have vagrant.
Yep.
I don't know what that one's about.
Yeah.
You have migrant.
You do have migrant. Yep.
Yeah.
Pile of leaves was one of them.
Yeah, well, but be careful. There might be a rusty
board
nail
with
in
nails.
them. Yeah.
And this isn't Christmassy. This is just Halloweeny. But I will say this before we even start this episode. After we recorded that episode, and you guys, balked at my
Yeah. A lot of balking.
fear that there was boards with nails in them under the leaves.
Yeah, Halloween.
I then almost immediately after leaving the studio read an article about someone who jumped into leaves and there was a board with nails.
Yep.
And they almost did a die
Wow.
from it.
I have to see the article.
Now we did say we were going to start this with finishing a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Finish it.
Finish our bedtime
Oh
story.
yeah,
Papa.
so and they lived happily ever after.
I knew it.
Wow.
What would you do if you had 2 children and there was me and Brad? Like, imagine that, right?
Yeah.
I know some mothers have done this, but I haven't heard any stories about fathers putting their kids in the car and driving into a lake. I haven't heard that about. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody. It's December 24th.
It is December 24th. Brad, can
Yep.
you open the episode just like a fine package?
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Funbearable. This is a very special episode. I'm Brad Rohr.
I am Ray Ho Ho Harrington.
And I was going to do So Staten. That's not.
Damn
it.
Yeah. What's an S1?
I'm Chuck.
Sled driver.
Yeah, the slippery sled man Staten.
And we are waiting for Santa Claus.
Well, I thought we were going to set that up a little bit more organically, but
I bet it is true.
it's December 24th, and we said what would make the best Christmas podcast
Oh yeah,
all time.
What's the biggest get?
Who
right?
has never
Like,
done a podcast?
We recently had to go through a political season.
Yes.
Where it was like, ooh, is this person going to be on Joe Rogan?
Right.
What is the future leader of the free world or his weird gimp that he has with him going to be on the Rogan?
Yeah.
Right. Who will tell us about the brainworms now?
Right.
Yes.
And so we thought about it, like, what's the biggest possible podcasting get? I'm going to look at both cameras at the same
Right.
time, so I look scared. There's only one answer: Santa Claus.
Yeah. Santa's Claus.
That's not how he spells it. Santa Claus is a huge get for the podcast. As a guest, that could rocket Funbearable
I think so.
into another
Stratosphere.
dimension.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
we've had some great guests.
We have.
But
Yeah.
Santa Claus, I mean.
And I think I can speak for all 3 of us when I say the 3 of us would strangle with our bare hands every single guest we've had on this podcast for just the glimpse of Santa on this podcast.
Yeah, Zach Valencia first.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, he's got the skinniest neck.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's so shaky.
But we thought that would make for the best Christmas episode. So tonight, we're going to spend our time with you, the Fun Bears, waiting here. And as soon as he comes in, just grab him by the back of his pants and just say, please, can you do a podcast with us?
Well, I think really just I think he would do it. I think he's generous.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I think
Yeah.
if he's put on the spot, what he doesn't like is someone asking him to be on the podcast.
Right, yeah, that's tough.
He
Oh,
gets a lot of podcast requests.
So if he comes in and we're like, oh, we're podcasting.
yeah, oh, let me have a seat. You know, I
Yeah,
think it's going to
exactly.
be a lot
That's
of
what I'm
that.
expecting.
So, but we're here. We have made a pact, the three of us, that we will be staying up overnight until the red man appears.
Yes.
That's right.
Or Method Man.
Hold on, our fire is
And
going down. I don't
do
know
you
how
do
to
a
do this.
poke?
I don't know how to do it. Do you know how to
I
do
think
it?
you open it, and then there's a thing called a poker, and you
what do
use
you-
the poker.
What do you do with the poker?
You guys keep doing
You're not
funny
gonna believe this.
podcasting.
All right, we'll keep doing funny podcasts.
I've
and
got a-
Chuck will tend the fire.
I've got a classic fire poker,
Yep.
fireplace poker. Oh, it's got child locks. He'll never figure it out.
This is how
we're
they got
immediately falling
this,
apart.
This is how they got Chucky in the first film.
Also, I'm thinking this just now, and I should have thought about this when we built this roaring fire. We want Santa to arrive
We sure do. Down the chimney.
down the chimney with care,
Yep.
and we set a roaring blaze below.
You know, Santa's got magic. I think he can work his way around a little bit of fire.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
My dad helped us build this.
Yep,
Yep.
sure did.
Well, I wanted him to have the credit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
So now I
It's-
poked
it's-
it, by
it's
the
good.
way.
It's good. Now close it up.
Good poking, son.
So when we started this, the idea was going to be that I'm sitting in this chair reading like a bedtime story to the children on Christmas. And then that didn't happen really. And so now it's just me sitting in a comfy chair with the two of you sitting on the floor. Right?
Maybe one of us is dealing with stomach cramps that hurt.
Yeah, what's up with the diarrhea?
are
You were
you
in there
okay?
for a long time.
I know I was in there for a long time. There was a lot happening.
We were screaming in the house.
I heard you screaming in the house, but I didn't want to scream back. Hey, I'm in the bathroom and I've been in here for a while.
Because you were trying to like do a controlled slow burn of the rhea.
Yeah.
So it didn't make a lot of noise.
Different Rhea than Chuck's.
The it's funny because the podcast audience is like, oh, those guys and their bits.
Yep.
But like, this is 100% accurate.
Yeah, no, if you...
Not even a slight
First off, if
exaggeration.
you're just listening to this podcast and not watching and thinking we're using some theater of the mind to create the idea that we're sitting and waiting for Santa, no, we are. We're sitting in front of a real fire that's happening and a beautiful Christmas tree, and we are here. Brad is in a onesie,
I am.
which is poor planning
That's
on
true.
the part of a
That's true. I
diarrhea.
did-
Taking that thing down whenever you have diarrhea.
diarrhea
No, I
survivor.
didn't have it on until after bathroom break number 3. So
You would think you'd be like, maybe I should put on, clothes that easily part.
yeah.
You know what I mean? There's gonna be a real issue. You're gonna look like a baby walking around in a onesie
Well-
with a filled up diaper.
I'll say this.
It's going into my shoulders.
Who's the dad that's going to have to change me, Ray? Who's in the chair?
It's me.
Yeah.
It's,
We all
it's
get
me.
sick. It's fine.
By the way, I did bring the fire back.
You did bring the fire back. So let's get back on the rails.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are here.
Yeah.
It is Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've done another classic Funbearable time traveling situation, just
Yeah.
like we do for Halloween.
Right.
And we are here. We are going to try and catch Santa. That is the main goal. And I want listeners to know there is going to be a lot of visual elements to this episode of the podcast.
Yes.
So if you don't usually watch the podcast, maybe this is an episode you want to do that.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when it becomes extremely visual.
Extremely watchable.
When
Yeah.
Brad gets bathroom trip number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Brad does go to bathroom trip number 4, you will have to put on your 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just be happy we don't have the 4D technology where we're pumping in smells and,
And let's
shaking seats.
Let's
and-
just say I got to look at the prototype for the popcorn bucket for this. And it's fucking gross.
Brad, whenever you open it to get popcorn, Brad shrieks.
just real quick on the subject of popcorn buckets.
Yes.
2024, this year that's almost over, 1 week away from being over, has seen a lot of popcorn bucket related like memorabilia created.
Yeah.
real quick.
Yep.
I'm wearing this really tight hat and a big thick
sweater.
sweater.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting right here and I'm fucking dying,
I am
brother.
hot. I am
I'm
hot.
also sweating, but it's for different reasons. What do you guys think of the popcorn bucket revolution?
Oh, I think it's dumb.
I think it's fun.
there we
There we
go.
go. That is
That's every
Funbearable in a
episode of
nutshell.
Funbearable.
Yeah.
That's unbearable. Brad asks a question. Ray says it's
While
bad,
trying
and
not to
I
shit
say
his
it's good. I think that as a person who used to love physical media before the age of streaming.
Yes.
And before my house fire destroyed my collection. And I used to love the big box sets of movies and the big collector sets. And I kind of think the popcorn bucket is like, we're going to create something like that for the movie-going experience. Here's the problem. When do you buy popcorn? Before you see a movie.
Right.
So how do you know that your feelings are going to be like, I want this thing on my shelf? I have one. And it's the zombie Deadpool head from Wolverine and Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. No,
and
that's
that
fun.
one's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's fun.
So I guess it depends. If you love Dune, maybe the Dune one's cool. I don't know about the Dune one.
I think it's become. I think one of them probably came out and it was like, yikes, what is this? And now it's become a way to market further.
Right.
Where you make a ridiculous one, you put out that you've made this ridiculous one.
Yeah.
You let social media go, oh man, do they know that it looks like this? Yes, they do. That's why they made it and said that they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And I also haven't seen any of them available when I've gone to a movie theater.
Yeah.
I think I told this story. Oh, you know what? I told it on Popcorn Kernels with Rupert because we don't really do movie
Your
reviews.
bastard podcast?
Yeah, well, it's
We
where,
don't do movie reviews.
It's where they review popcorn buckets.
Oh,
and I told him.
This one's good. My penis did fit in it.
So I get to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Chuck's has fit in all of them.
Goober's box. No, I went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine on opening night in Colorado with Natalie, and I sat down and someone had the zombie Deadpool head one, which I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
I saw the Wolverine mouth one.
Yeah.
That I was like, but then the Deadpool head one is like incredible. It doesn't even look like a popcorn bucket.
No.
And I was like, oh my God. I went out into the line and I was like, I'm gonna get it. I've never gotten one. Whatever, I'll get it. There's two people in front of me that are clearly friends with the person that works there, and he's like, hey, he's like, I'm going to get you some of those popcorn buckets. And he goes away and he finds two and he gives it to him. He's like, you're good. And I go up and I'm like, hey, I'll have a popcorn bucket. He goes, yeah, we're all out.
Oh, man.
And I was like, excuse me? And then someone walked by and they go, no, there's a couple more. And he's like, are there? And he's like, yeah, they're under the cupboard.
That's when you were...
Wow.
And I
that's-
was like...
Oh, he
and-
for sure knew.
Oh,
he
and
for
also
sure knew.
those two people cut me in line. Like there was a line situation where you're waiting back and some people walked in front. If that had happened,
This is a suicide threat waiting to happen.
if I would be in jail in Denver right now if I had not gotten one.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I
You
like
know?
I like the idea of like, you don't know if you're going to like the movie. I mean, Chuck could have gone to see Deadpool Presents Birth of a Nation and bought the popcorn bucket because Chuck's all in on the Deadpool thing.
Yeah, that bucket.
true.
That bucket
Yeah.
is unsettling.
Yes.
I don't even know what part of the cross you start with. I think is the hard part. But okay, so we're here. We're doing some wonderful Christmassy things. This is our main Christmas episode, right?
Yes.
I am wearing red and green suedes.
Yeah.
You've got your beautiful sweater.
Yep.
You've got your flannels.
Yep.
Your Brad, your head to toe, full on onesie to the point you have the feet in them.
I'm showing my feet off. The podcast audience gets what they want for Christmas.
And it's funny
Right
because
here.
those are
These little tootsies.
wow. That has to be really strong material.
Yeah,
it
they
is.
rip.
to get those pointy
Yeah.
knives in there.
I mean, Chuck is the one who has torn up sheets with his terrible toenails multiple times.
That's interesting.
Yeah. His logic was that he drinks so much milk that his toenails are super strong.
Jesus Christ. Did he tell you this in a tree house?
Nope. In the house he bought and owned at the time.
You hear that, 2024?
One of
He
my many,
owns a home.
one of my many residences.
Yes.
Who were you saluting in that case? Santa.
Himself.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Sam. So I did have a surprise for you guys.
Wow.
Okay.
There is a Christmas special that I believe is the greatest Christmas special of all time.
Okay.
And I thought to kill some time.
Oh, is it that Ricky Lake Christmas special?
That's the second best.
second best. Okay, sorry.
So
never
to
mind.
kill some time while we wait for Santa,
Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys would watch my favorite Christmas special with me.
Well, I mean, it is early.
That's what I'm
Like, I
thinking.
think Santa's probably not going to come right now.
No, I don't
got
think
time.
so.
And I guess, I mean, the fire's going.
Yeah.
We don't really have to tend it.
No.
Right.
Because I've always been told you just leave a fire unattended.
Yeah.
You poke it once and it goes good all night.
Yeah. Oh no, that's
Something you poke once.
you know what? Too many options just entered my head when you said you poke it once and then it goes all night.
Yeah.
And so many different
Yes.
people collided in my mind all at once.
I thought of one person and his body part.
Okay, well, yeah.
The body part was prostate.
Oh, all right. Never mind. I went in a different direction.
I think it's Brad, by the way.
It was not
You poke
Brad.
him once and he goes all night.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
A much less enjoyable kind of going.
Mine's leaking. That's opening Funbearable podcast host action figures, and the kid that has the Brad doll is like,
If we
mine's
do, can we
leaking.
commit right now diarrhea as your action figure thing?
Oh
No.
yeah, absolutely.
squeeze 'em.
What was the doll name that would pee?
Was it Wetsy Betsy? I
Wetsy
think was-
Betsy or something like that? Yeah.
Shitsy. No, you don't really
Splatty
have
Bratty.
Yeah.
Splatty
All right,
Bratty.
everybody.
Somebody's gonna make a garbage pail kid like that. Don't do
Splatty
it.
Bratty.
No.
It's Brad
Yeah.
with diarrhea for
No.
Christmas.
All
All right,
Yeah.
so yours when you lift it up,
Why do all our holidays
it
turn
seeps. It seeps.
Yeah, it
right?
seeps.
Okay.
I think we all have a string on our back.
Yep.
I'm
Oh,
leaning
yeah.
into this idea because it's so Christmassy, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Toys.
So we have strings, right? What does Brad's doll say when you pull the string? I'm sure there's many different quotes that it can be, but I like the one that they would show in the ad.
I like just like a general. Oh. I like
Okay.
that. Like he's in pain for some reason.
I think more like
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
one.
that is a good
That's
one.
a great
Yeah,
one.
disappointed
What if
sigh.
it's just I'm sorry?
yes.
What if it was a Brad head, but it was a magic 8-ball, and every answer was non-committal?
Do the waffle.
And then Chuck, what would your doll be doing? I think there's an obvious thing that you can do with this doll.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's got a bit of a protrusion.
Yeah, I think it's technically anatomically correct.
Right.
Well, you know those-
technically.
And
You know-
size correct.
Yeah.
You know how you go to like a
Exactly.
hibachi restaurant?
Size to scale.
You know a hibachi restaurant and you squeeze
Yeah.
a little boy and he pees out? Maybe that's
yours,
my
but
doll.
it's not water.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you a solution.
Yeah, I think that's
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And the string, when you pull the string on your back.
What would it say?
I think it would just be like, wow, I'm even a cool doll. You know what I mean?
Hey, me, you're looking sexy.
No, you pull it. It's like Brad has diarrhea.
Save some hibachi for me. I like that.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know what mine would be.
What would yours be?
I have no idea. It's not. It's not for me to
coffee-powered.
say what my doll is.
I think it's coffee powered. You got a flexi arm, and it's just chugging coffee.
Oh no, people are going to abuse that flexi arm for sure.
Yeah, I know who's going to do
Especially
that
one
flexi
person.
arm.
Yeah.
I like you as a magic 8-ball, but people can just ask if things are good, and the answer is always no.
Why?
Nah, meh,
Why?
meh.
We were just talking before we started about like a bunch of things that
But
I
little
really
girls
like
aren't going to
and
ask
stuff.
about Prisoners. They don't want to know about that movie.
Well, they should learn, right? I told your mom to watch The Nice Guys.
Oh, that's
because-
true. Nice Guys is
because It's a
good.
great movie. Yeah.
That's good.
You know, I like things. I don't like that you said that. That's what I don't like.
So this
Let me shake and see if he likes that.
yeah. So the string on
Here
Ray's
I am. I came here in sweatpants, and I had to stop at the store before I got here. 6'7", morbidly obese man walking around in sweatpants, which I do not do because I'm convinced that society is like, look at him, look at him, look at him.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and
I won't wear hoodies anymore.
no, but you hear the same words, but in a different way. It's like, look at him, look at him, look at
that's
him.
how
Those-
he
Yeah.
hears it.
Are
Yeah,
those
yeah.
sweatpants?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that.
So I'm here and I'm doing this, and then you're like, you don't like anything. That's shitty. That sucks.
No.
Yeah.
My pants are quickly becoming sweatpants.
They are. Yeah.
They're filling with sweat.
One
I hope mine are filling with
Spark.
sweat.
One spark, one lone spark from that fireplace goes anywhere near your head.
Oh, yeah.
So much hairspray, boom.
Not today.
Going up.
I got the
why he's wearing
soft
the hat.
hair.
Oh.
That's why I wore the hat.
Let's get back to
Let's get back to the
Yeah, so I
string.
want-
Wait, when you pull the string on Ray's back, what's he saying? I'm
I'm
tired.
tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
that's-
Yeah.
We both came to the same
Oh,
conclusion.
and then you pull it again. It's like, no, I'm so tired.
yeah.
It's just different variations on being tired.
Yeah. And then it says you pull the string, and it's me replying to people that ask me about doing this podcast, and it's me going, "No, it's fun.
Very convincingly.
Yeah.
No, it's fun." And then the eyes actually shift back and forth. so
his teeth chatter.
There's a real quiet
we
one.
could do
does Brad
this.
does Brad still have diarrhea? Like it's you talking to
Still
the
the
Chuck
eyes
one.
going side
Yeah.
to side. So we're here. We are enjoying ourselves. It's so hot by this fireplace, and you know we could chitter chatter all night long.
Yeah. We
into
could.
the wee hours.
Yeah.
We could.
But I am curious about this
The special.
special that you're talking about.
It's my favorite special, and I was wondering as maybe a gift for Christmas
Wow. Cheaping out.
Wait, from you to us or from us to you?
from you guys to me. Would you watch it with me?
Oh
this
yes,
year?
Oh,
then,
yeah.
then- yes,
And that
yeah.
counts
oh,
for
yeah,
every-
definitely.
all
That's,
gifts.
that's all gifts,
No,
right?
no,
That's
you
all
guys
good.
are the cheap ones in this, not
Yeah,
me.
no, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I have it queued up in the other room, and I thought maybe we could check it out.
All right.
Okay. I don't like that you have it queued up. That's unsettling.
Well-
That's like
It's a specific format.
We're going to jail tonight, Ray.
mini DV.
Have you seen 8mm?
This one got upgraded to 9mm because you're gonna want to blow your brains out.
But yeah, I thought we could go watch that and then come
Yeah.
back in and finish the night out. Wait for Santa.
That's
That'd be
totally
great.
fine.
Let's do it.
Well, quick question though.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we go do that, and this is our podcast episode, what's gonna like? We'll just show like the empty room for however long, half hour, 45 minutes.
I got the camera set up in there. I figure we can go and we could do we could talk about it as we watch it.
Highest rated
I can
fun
see. I want to
ever.
know how you guys feel about it as we go.
Okay.
All right.
And I want to talk about my favorite moments and see if we share the same favorite moments. And then I want to argue with you if you don't like the moments I like.
Okay, but let's make a pact right now.
Okay.
If we hear even the slightest noise, any sort of clatter,
Yep.
Clatter, chittering, anything. Hooves in the roof.
clip clops, chatters, various hose.
A sash being thrown open.
Oh.
Wait, you said chittering.
That's what like animals do, like woodland creatures.
Yeah.
Chittering, skittering, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I
Probably reindeer are too big to chitter.
yeah.
But they might have
But
squirrel
you
friends.
know what? We don't know.
Yeah, and the small bugs would be flittering.
Yep.
It all makes
Yep.
perfect sense.
Yeah, anything that rhymes with ittering.
All right.
Yeah. But I figure we go do that, and then we'll come back in, and we'll find the big man, and we'll have a nice sit down. Because I got some probing questions.
Yeah, listen, I'm fine doing any Christmassy thing as long as we make sure we do not miss Santa. Because if
Yeah.
we miss Santa for any reason,
Yeah.
I think it'll just ruin Christmas for me.
Yeah.
Me too.
And the fun bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well-
yeah, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Are you going to tell us what it is, or should we wait?
I think I'm
going to
tell you when it's in there. I'd like to tell you right before it starts.
Okay. Again, that's something that
Yep.
I'll tell you when it's in there. I'd like to tell you
When
before,
it
when it
starts.
starts.
Yeah, not before it starts.
A lot of
I say that a
things.
lot.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, all right. I'll only do this if we hem and haw about it for 20 minutes before we actually go.
Classic Funbearable style.
That's your pull
now.
string. That's your pull string.
Yeah, mine's fine. Well, let's go.
Let's do it, buddy.
All right.
Clatter, scatter, clatter, scatter. Clatter, scatter.
Oh my God.
Cracking and creaking.
All right, guys. I cannot wait for you to see this. It's a bit of a classic, so you guys, you might have seen it before, but
You're
it's
being awfully cagey with that title.
I think it's going to be
Just withholding it.
a lot of fun, especially. I am happy Ray's going to see this thing.
I'm hesitantly optimistic.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Speaking of hesitant optimism.
Ooh.
That's the title of my memoir. No, I have a gift for both of you.
You have a
that
gift.
is from a company in exchange for maybe just like telling people the gift.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with
Yeah. I don't know what this is going to be, this special that you're about to show.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous, but I guess we'll say that it's brought to you by this company.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it is a fun thing, and I thought it was apropos because we're doing a bit of a green screen
that. Yeah.
for this, which is our first time. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Chuck, I know that you occasionally like to, let's say, cover a blemish or two or three.
I've got some sensitive forehead skin. Yeah, that's true.
Ew. I don't like.
Head skin.
At least that syllable was in
yeah.
there.
Well, this I stumbled upon this, and I have tried it out, and I think it's actually pretty cool. And then I told my wife about it, and she was like, "Yeah, those exist." And I'm like, "But do they exist for guys?"
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
Dude
And
wipes.
now they do, because the company is called Guise, Guise.
Oh.
Disguise?
This is no,
Like the word disguise.
sure,
Guise.
or a
Yeah.
guise,
Yeah.
Right.
a ruse. You know
Right.
what I mean? And this is for guys. It's called the green stick, right? And this thing's pretty clever. You use this here. Pop that right off. Right now, pull this. It looks like a weed vape, right? Now you can.
Whoa.
Don't careful. Don't. It's not a pen.
Oh.
Don't click too much.
Okay.
Oh God. Take the cap off, and it's so you click to make it come up, right?
Okay.
Like that, which is very cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Even my wife, that she knows these things. She's like, oh, I haven't seen it in a good
Clicky,
thing like
yeah.
that, a nice clicky thing. This is a green tinted kind of like makeup-y thing.
Oh.
And what you do is you put it on blemishes,
Which I have many of.
and the green counteracts the red, and so it disappears.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
For Christmas, you know what I asked Santa for?
A green stick.
A goddamn solution for my acne issues.
There you go.
A guy's
You
brand
really-
green. Well, if Santa comes in the next room while we're here, we can have him on the pod and ask him if he knows about guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But it is quite genuinely like I got that, and Brad,
Yes.
I know you are not free of blemishes. I got you one
Thank
as well.
you. I can resume my pornography career.
Brad and I.
All those red bumps all over the what they like to call the focus zones.
Well, let me first say thank you very much. Very thoughtful.
Thank you,
Yeah.
and thank you to guys.
And Brad and I were writing something earlier that might come into play later today.
Oh,
And we were playing with some words. And we came up with cankles and back knee. Attorneys at law.
oh, that's fun.
Isn't
Yeah.
that?
That is fun. I immediately thought of cankles and back knee meatloaf sandwich. So it would be the Adam Sandler song.
Yeah.
But no, I really, definitely a thank you to guys. It's like a small company. I talked to the owner of the company.
Wow.
Nice.
And it is a thing where like I don't use a lot of that kind of stuff. I don't
Sure.
have a small compact that I bring with me for filming purposes.
Or everyday purposes.
Yeah. A small compact, a large compact. Yeah. You have like a big powder poof that looks like a throw pillow, and you go, hold on, poof. I'm ready to podcast, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So, he looks like a geisha. This is all color corrected.
Yeah.
What you're
Oh,
seeing right
yeah.
now is all color
Oh,
correction. He looks like a geisha, which is a problem because that's one of Brad's kinks.
Yeah.
My point. What a terrible plug this is. It is a genuine thing. I don't use that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I when I stumbled on it, I'm like, this thing's actually great. It's like so travel friendly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
And you click it,
perfect.
and you like do a little schmutz.
I
It's
can't
perfect.
wait for my next blemish.
Oh, buddy, you can use it now if you want. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow, thank you very
That's why
much.
he's wearing the hat.
I love it. Yeah, well, this hat is going to cause some blemishes. I'm not even joking at all. I sweat so much. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. And this is kind of my gift to you guys, is bringing you into this very special Christmas thing.
I'm pretty sure our gift was agreeing to watch it. Didn't we just discover that?
Yeah.
So your gift is agreeing to watch it, and my gift is allowing you to watch it.
Oh, okay. Fair. Turnabout.
That's the shit version of the Gift of the Magi for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, whatever this classic special is, I'm sure.
I'm hesitantly optimistic.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. This is our first green screen experience as Funbearable.
Yes.
And who knows, if this goes well, content aside, we might do it again.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you're going to love this thing. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
We don't know what it is, and I'm. Oh, now I know what it is.
Yep.
Okay. It's called
Is that too loud?
Scrooge's Rock and Roll Christmas.
I gotta say, so far,
What do you think?
misnamed so far.
Jack Elam is in it.
What do
though.
you think about?
There we go.
Bobby Goldsboro.
Now we're into the rock and roll. Oh, Mike Love of the
Ooh.
Beach Boys. That is a name I recognize.
So what do you think about the concept of Scrooge's Rock and Roll Christmas?
Oh,
I
boy.
hate it. Paul Revere and the Raiders.
That's a pretty old reference.
It's like rockin' doesn't really.
Three Dog Night.
Ooh, Three Dog Night. Dean Torrance.
Of Jan
Of Jan and Dean. What happened
couldn't
to
make
Jan?
it. No,
Oh.
she couldn't make
Oh,
it.
and Bridget. One word.
Say
Oh.
Bridget.
And Lee Benton as the girl.
All right. This is a
is this like a-
this is a Sparger production. We're in for a treat.
Now, by the way,
Have you ever
I-
had Franchini? It's delicious.
I literally, truthfully, found this VHS at a thrift store,
Okay.
and it is I think it's the best Christmas special ever made.
Have you watched it?
I just think it is.
Yeah, but
But rockin'. Scrooge rockin'.
whoa, look at that pyro. Like a true rock and roll show.
Now, does the camera move? Okay, there we go. I was going to say, are we just watching through the window? Complete with heavy breathing.
I need one last minute present for someone really groovy. Maybe something from...
Oh, I don't like this. Groovy for Scrooge?
Isn't this the record store?
Record store? What's a record?
Oh, he doesn't even know what a record store is?
God bless us, all groovy people everywhere.
You know, Paul Revere and the Raiders, the Beach Boys, Three Dog Night.
Brad, you're in this?
That guy.
I don't like dogs.
Then why do you sound like Ralph from Muppets?
People that mind their own business.
I'll say at least he's a subtle actor. Really master of the craft.
Off to celebrate Christmas ought to be here working on.
What year does this take place?
This really is.
I mean, they're talking about the Raiders and saying groovy, so,
I was here Saturday.
you know, I'm guessing, oh, that's what happened to Jan. Jan is at a Vietnam protest.
Yes.
Just get out of here and leave me alone.
You know, all raggle.
No one should be grumpy at Christmas time.
Uh-oh. Then I'm in trouble.
Leaving till I cheer you up.
Oh, they're going to fuck.
Just get out of here and leave me
This is it. This is how it happens.
This is Chuck's favorite special because of her pigtails.
I was going to say, just in terms of the set design and the production quality, it could be the start of a porn.
Yeah.
I was going to give it to
Oh,
my grandmother, but
Scrooge
you
is
know how
cocking
does.
Christmas.
Please don't do that to Christmas.
Does Scrooge fuck?
We talked about that.
Yeah, I know.
No.
No.
I know, you don't believe in imagination either. Well, just
All right, lady, chill out.
Just imagine being at work and this woman comes in and you're like,
Oh, I just realized what that guy looks like. Stephen King. Oh, Jesus.
all right, well, this
Oh
is
my
clearly
God.
shot last year.
That Muppet looks incredible. That Muppet looks alive.
I'll say he looks more Muppety the longer I stare at his face.
It's like if Luigi got high and was like, I'm not going to be a plumber anymore.
At least it's authentic snow.
Is that the Chips guy?
Oh, yeah. Eric Estrada?
Is that? I don't think that's Eric
it
Estrada.
is not Eric
Oh,
Estrada.
it's snowing wherever he is.
Yeah. In the way that snow falls naturally.
Look at these outfits, though. Pretty 70s.
Yeah, I guess it's 70s.
There's
But
Red
this-
Foreman right behind him. It is the 70s.
This is taking place in his snow globe, is that correct?
Yes.
It's taking place in Scrooge's
Yeah,
snow
look
globe?
that way.
Yeah, that's why this guy looks like he definitely doesn't want to be there. Look at him. He's like, all right, I'm doing one take, and I'm not going to stop hopping. He has to pee so bad.
Now, what do you think about the concept of Scrooge's Rock and Roll Christmas? Because
Well,
it's like...
for the fourth time, I'm going to tell you I fucking hate it.
Well, I mean, like, just like the mechanics of, like...
It doesn't work.
That's kind of what I'm getting
It
at.
doesn't work.
How hesitant is your optimism now?
Oh, it's gone. I mean, I'm optimistic that it's going to be so bad it's fun.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of
But it's
vests. A lot of vests.
That's like having like a hip hop Christmas, but it's Scrooge.
Yeah,
Literally,
Ooh, that's
what,
the sequel.
what musical genre would work with Scrooge? Could you have a smooth jazz Christmas with Scrooge?
I mean,
No.
we're talking... If you're making a story about Scrooge, you get to think it's before the change, right?
The change? What
The
do you mean?
change.
Menopause?
He makes the change.
menopause,
On
right?
Christmas, he becomes a Christmas lover.
Oh,
But before that, Scrooge
Christmas
is...
friend.
Yeah. 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 Scrooge is
He's
Not
a Scrooge.
fan. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
Scrooge.
he literally becomes an adjective.
So Scrooge's rock and roll Christmas should really be about how much he hates Christmas,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Think about it.
I think the only genre of music that can change Scrooge's mind is, of course, ska.
Scrooge is
Ska
Pick it up,
could.
pick it up, pick it up,
Oh,
pick it up,
yeah.
Scrooge.
Oh, Scrooge's Skankin' Christmas?
Skanking with Scrooge.
Didn't see no dogs.
Oh, he didn't see any dogs.
What's that strange suit Santa's wearing? Oh, it's a zoot suit, Emily.
Yes.
It's the name of the group. That's what Danny, Corey, and Chuck called us.
Oh, they're harping on the dog jokes.
Yep.
Stephen King really has changed.
Silly at all. On a really cold night in Australia.
Sorry, I'm from. I lived in Bangor, where Stephen King
Yep.
lives. So I've seen that Stephen King
Yeah.
Yeah.
come into the movie theater.
Don't you feel
I want to watch Hostel too.
Aren't you getting the
He's got
Yuletide
a new book coming out next year. Pretty excited.
Christmas is a waste of time. It's a waste of
wow.
money. And that's not my kind of Christmas anyway.
What is your?
Is he
kind of
writing with a
Christmas?
quill in whatever year this is set?
That's what I'm saying.
Just what might that be?
What is his Christmas?
I don't like Christmas.
Oh, no, we figured that out.
Maybe when it snows.
Oh, he likes it when
He
it's
likes
Oh.
Christmas a little bit.
I feel like you do. Christmas just isn't Christmas.
This girl has to get naked, right?
This is like if Klingon, if he was a Klingon, that's
Yeah.
what he is. He's Scrooge as Klingon.
That means that thing shows some more pictures.
Why do you show love to your family? Weakness.
I was thinking
This
Vulcan.
is
I'm
the
like,
fucking-
Christmas is illogical, but that's not.
Yeah, well, he
Klingon.
looks
Yeah.
like a Klingon. Oh, she's in the fire. Oh God.
I wonder.
Oh God, it's the ghost of a woman who died.
I wonder if it's
I like. Roasting.
I wonder if it's as hot in that fire as Chuck was sitting next to the fire. Oh wait, hang on. Did you guys?
No, that's
No,
just your
No, I don't hear
imagination.
just
anything.
my-
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Uh-huh. Now she's out of the fire.
Yep.
I don't know if I would consider this rock and roll.
No, it's slow and sad.
I mean, there was an electric guitar in the Three Dog Night song.
Oh yeah, that was rock.
fair.
That was
That's
rocking.
fair. I thought it was the boys.
No, that was. She's like, what? Their Three Dog Night is just what they called themselves. That's what Corey, Steve, and Bill called themselves. And Scrooge was like, why don't they call themselves Corey, Steve, and Bill?
See, I thought it was the Beach Boy.
Not yet.
Not
No,
yet.
the beach. They gotta save that. I think they gotta save the big guns.
No.
Is he
right?
gonna? Do you think he's gonna sing Little Saint Nick?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know. I don't know.
So
I
here's
think he's going to sing Dominic the Donkey.
Ooh.
one of the things I wonder about with projects like this is like, where were they like, this is gonna make us some money, this is gonna be a thing that people will like, and I'm
Do
interested.
you know how many TV? This feels like it might have been broadcast, or maybe it is just VHS. But like, how many bad specials?
Yeah.
I mean, one of our own guests on the podcast would know a lot about that.
Who's that?
George Lucas.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's a Christmas special. Now, I feel bad bringing it up because that Christmas special is genuinely batshit insane.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's really bad.
Scrooge
Oh,
just turned off.
Remember Angel of the Morning?
all right, hang on.
Is he happy?
Who made that song
He said she's
famous?
pretty.
Sometimes I can't quite follow you.
Never mind.
Oh, he can't get it up.
Didn't they get you ready for Christmas?
I gotta get back to work. You don't
By the way, if this is a rockin' Christmas, how much better would this have been if that was Meatloaf as Scrooge?
Ah, good point.
The grumpiest.
And then he says, like, let me sleep on it, and
Yeah.
he's visited by the three ghosts.
He's like, let me sleep on it,
And
and
he-
looks at the camera.
yeah, and he shoots up like a bat out of hell for the Christmas future. Okay, so we just created a cool thing. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
Well,
the colonies.
I don't like meatloaf.
Our
we
meat-
have a beef with them.
our meatloaf.
Beef.
We have a loaf with them.
The Oakland Raiders.
The Los Angeles.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
So that gives us a time frame.
Yeah.
When they had moved from Oakland to Los Angeles. So this was shot
Oh, no.
in the 80s.
What the fuck? Why does it look like that guy is like one wrong note away from like literally falling over? He looks like a
Well,
It's
guys,
not going anywhere.
Spare no expense on the set.
That horse is wearing a cowboy hat.
It is. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
At least Chuck isn't wearing that hat, I guess.
It's
Because
a cow horse.
Yeah.
That horse is a cowboy.
You're not dashing anywhere. You're sitting still. Yeah, I mean, that part's accurate.
Whoa! Wait a zhuzh it up.
What if Nutcrackers were like very obviously gay? You know, in the 70s.
That horse does not like that hat.
That horse doesn't like the song.
You're right. It is kind of nutcrackery, these outfits.
It's
Yeah.
weird. I think of Paul Revere and the
Or
Raiders as like an early 60s band.
No one can figure out when this thing was produced.
But like
Complete mystery.
you know,
we
it-
get to the end and it says 2014, and we're like, what?
2022.
I
2027?
yeah. The Raiders are going to move from Las Vegas back to Oakland for a season and then to Los Angeles.
They are figuring out how much, like, they are figuring out every possible thing they can do to make it feel like motion without going anywhere.
Yeah.
They're like, we're really going on a ride.
Now,
Oh.
Chuck, you're a director.
Sunglasses.
You both of you are directors. What if somebody came to you and handed you a big fat check and they're like, "Hey, we want you to direct a segment of the variety show."
Uh-huh.
And pitched this. It's Paul
Oh,
Revere and the Raiders.
A big fat check?
Yeah,
I'd
big
be
fat
like,
check.
I love Paul Revere and the Raiders, and I think this is a perfect thing. Now, just promise me one thing. We'll
Yes.
do Jingle Bells about riding through the snow.
Yep.
Promise me the wagon will
Yeah.
not move.
It's a one-horse open sleigh.
It's not a sleigh, it's a wagon, and it's
Okay.
not going anywhere.
Oh, no. You know that this concept started as them riding around, and then they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's going to be really hard to film with cameras, with the riding. Do you think we could just stay still? And then everyone was like, what do you mean? Like, we're just like,
They're like,
Yeah.
could you check the girth of the girdle a million times in a row? And the guy, they're like, we need you on that
Man.
side of the
they're
camera.
trying to kill time.
You know what? I've never realized this. I want a commentary track of this song with this right now from the horse.
Yes.
I want the horse to be like, it fucking sucked every day. This took 4 days, and we didn't even go anywhere.
That is amazing.
I bet they did want to start moving, but somebody like the
Well,
animal.
that guy clearly wanted them to start moving. Scrooge is bored?
The
Oh, no, he said it was funny.
Oh, what was funny?
Maybe he's like, that horse.
I think he's probably like, oh, those dandy men.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you think that big bucket's full of?
I kind of think that Scrooge is supposed to be this part is supposed to be taking place back in the 1800s. No?
So what's with the
Yeah.
what's the 24? Do we think?
December 24th.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
Christmas
I
Eve.
was thinking A24, and I'm like, things are
yeah,
going to
this
take a
thing's
dark
gonna
turn.
Yeah.
I don't know about, well, that question's in doubt. Well, take your word for it.
I appreciate that they didn't have a script
Absolutely perfect.
for this stuff.
Yeah.
Because they talk over each other like we do.
Anyway, I never heard of her.
Most people haven't heard of her, at least not yet.
Oh, God, just get to the next one.
Show you.
This is just a collection of music videos without any through line. They literally haven't moved from the desk.
All right, so this is Bridget.
Oh, this is rocking.
Yeah, the
Hell yeah. Get inside this hollow tree and fucking sing.
the one named singer that we all know is. Do you think it was like, all right, Three Dog Night, you guys go over there, and then they just like turned the camera 15 degrees,
Yeah.
and shot her, and then another
Absolutely.
15 degrees and shot.
They wanted
Paul
to do
Revere
a
and the
oneer
Raiders, yeah.
for the whole thing. This is beautiful because I've always wondered what they sang when they buried Jesus. This sounds like a funeral song.
So do you imagine this was sold in like record stores as like a music video collection thing, trying to help these bands out, these artists?
I imagine this played in record stores. I imagine this went to like record labels
Oh, okay.
and stuff like
so
that.
it's like to promote the acts.
Yeah, and maybe aired on like CBS one night.
Yeah.
You know? By the way, if it's the 70s, none of that is snow.
No.
That is
that's
all
asbestos.
Yeah.
cocaine. That
think
is
you're saying
all
asbestos.
coke. They are coked out of their minds.
She doesn't seem like it.
She doesn't seem like a great lip
She
syncer, I'll
can't-
tell you that.
That and she can't focus her eyes.
Oh no.
She's so coked out. Either that or she's blind, and in which case I apologize.
What do you think about the idea of using Scrooge as a through line when you're clearly not going to go towards the whole three ghost thing and you're just
No.
going to have him stay in the workshop?
Wouldn't that be amazing if Scrooge was sleeping and then like fog fills the room and he's like, "Wait, is that you, David Bowie?" As the he would definitely be the ghost of Christmas future.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, as Ziggy Stardust.
Christmas past,
Elvis
Jerry Garcia.
Elvis would
Elvis
be
Presley.
good.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Present for this, Bob Seger.
Sure.
America's Bob Seger.
Yeah. Or Bob Saget.
Well, that would be a whole different idea. They do sound similar, yes.
We're just thinking of like a guy that's like,
Yeah.
hey. He's hosting them funny some videos at the time.
I was just struck with a real idea of, do you think our viewer listeners are enjoying
The music.
what's happening? Just in general.
Oh, I think
What do
that
you
they're
think?
excited.
In the world? No.
I think that they're excited to hear us.
Will she get out of the tree? You know what I mean? Like,
I think they're excited.
I think she's blind.
They just
That's why she's
filmed her.
holding it. She's
Yeah,
like,
she-
where am I? Sing the song. Where am I? Oh.
I'm pressing the buttons. I'm not going up to the next floor.
And then she thinks this elevator smells like horse shit.
That ain't what you call that rock and roll, is it?
Oh,
No.
No, that's not rock.
Yeah.
Bridget is a rock and roll singer, and rock and roll musicians are just.
They had to put this in the script to make
Yeah.
sense of like, this is why we're doing slow Christmas songs.
She just defended rock and roll in general.
Fella. I bet you him and his boys couldn't sing nothing pretty. They just sing all that jumping stuff.
Why'd he jerk off?
Pretty. You just watch this.
If no one sings
Chuck gave him a live line direction.
if no one sings "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree," what are we doing here?
Oh, look,
Jesus
it's our
Christ.
friends from before,
Yeah,
the
it's
Nutcrackers.
Paul
haven't moved.
Revere and the Raiders.
This has this is less well produced than like a special episode of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
Like, relax, Jesse, everything's gonna be okay. Here's Paul Revere.
Yeah. And the Raiders.
I don't really. Wait a minute. So Paul
So
Revere
which
and the
one of
Raiders-
them's Paul? Him?
Is this a real band?
Mullet Man?
That's a real band.
Paul Revere and
Yeah,
the Raiders is
yeah.
a real band. Are they dressed like Paul Revere in this?
Yes, because I think that's how they dressed, right?
And that's how they
Yeah,
dress?
I think that's their gimmick.
Their gimmick was that they dressed as Paul Revere?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
they were
Live in
they
concert?
were a Revolutionary War themed band.
Yes.
I'm serious. Is that
Listen,
right?
cocaine, okay? If you do enough cocaine, you're like, hell yeah, let's do historical cosplay. You know what I mean?
I just think that's a strange gimmick for a rock and roll band.
Well, didn't you ever listen to Genghis Khan and the Rippers? His mullet is quite mullet.
Oh my
That is
god.
100%.
Oh, the two
mullet.
neck.
I do love two neck guitars. I do. So I am
Not too loud.
I am in. And I think there was a Cheap Trick video 1,000 years ago where he had like a 6-neck guitar, and I'm like, that's too much, which means it's just enough.
Yeah, there you go, Brad.
Well, and if you listen to the song closely, you can tell he needs two necks.
Yeah.
There's so much awesome going on in this that you have to.
What about the idea of holding a snare drum and only hitting the snare drum part?
Oh, while the drum set is right behind you? Yeah. Where he's like, hey, I want to be in this, okay? Not just sitting in the back.
I love when you can watch something and you could tell the production was like, we have 5 hours
Yeah,
to get
okay.
this done. Yeah.
Yep. They're shooting like without permission. They're like,
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Old man Staten said he'd be home at
Oh, no.
5 p.m. So
I think it is with permission because they use the one field
yes.
for every song. They got the
Yeah.
blind lady in a tree. Oh, hell yeah. Rip.
There you go. Now it's a rock and roll Christmas.
Wow, it's really going.
Oh, he's giving gifts.
Oh.
You know, does the giving of gifts have anything to do with chestnuts roasting on an open fire?
Wait, so the clearly generationally older one that's handing out the presents, he's not the lead singer?
I think the
What
lead
does
singer.
he do?
I think the lead singer is the guy
Mullet.
right there.
His mullet, yeah. But he doesn't have an instrument.
The other guy, you mean?
That should be a GIF, by the
Who's
way,
the
just
hat?
that him with the present going, hey! Like, and it's like my face when I get a present I like.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to show you this, Scrooge's Rock and Roll Christmas 2, is yet to be produced.
Wow.
No.
And
I'm in.
I think
I will be the blind woman in a tree.
no, you're gonna be Scrooge.
You're Scrooge.
Yeah. You said no, but you knew he was Scrooge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I reject the project, but I know how it should go.
All right, but
I
then,
reject that project, but I do have some opinions on it.
then Ray is the girl.
What do they call that song?
I
It's a Christmas song.
yeah, I don't know.
I call it chestnuts.
Some people do, but it's really the Christmas song.
I hate this. I hate this.
Well,
They
he's Scrooge.
haven't moved. They haven't moved from the desk.
I don't know if they will.
They don't have any other sets.
But to me, that ain't what.
Wait, did you guys hear that?
Oh, I agree.
No,
No, it's nothing.
I think pipes.
Very, very special. special to me. It's all sorts
So the formula really is: we stay at the desk.
Yep.
special meaning.
I say the girl says the woman. Sorry, I really
No,
cares
her
about
character's
Christmas.
name is
oh yeah, the
the
girl.
girl.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the girl says I really love Christmas, and he goes, "That's not Christmas to me." And then they watch another video, and then
Yep.
she goes, "I really love Christmas," and he goes, "That's not Christmas to me."
They have a lamb, I think, or a puppy. What is that thing?
Can I say one more
It's a
time?
lamb.
No, I think it's a puppy.
That's a
Kidding.
that's
It's a-
that's a lamb.
That's a lamb.
That's a lamb or a fucked up pig. Who knows?
If you were thinking, let's do.
Kill me. That's what.
If you were thinking,
Kill me.
let's do.
That's the do you hear what I hear?
If you were like, let's film a video of Do You Hear What I Hear?
Yes.
Would you jump at like, hold a lamb, hold a sheep?
Right? Yeah. Again,
Well, and
they
the,
have
the
one
side of
field.
it is going to be lit up so that it looks like it's glowing from the inside.
Oh, and the man will only sing to the lamb. Ew. Like he wants to fuck that lamb. She's looking at him, he's looking
Yeah.
at the lamb. It's a love triangle. It is. Look at him. He's horny for that lamb.
Well,
Look what he's doing to it.
He's crooning at a lamb.
By the way, this is not really rock and roll.
It does look like it's glowing
No.
from the inside.
He just wants that lamb.
What is Do You Hear What
He's
I Hear about?
slathering his penis with mint jelly, and he's going for it.
What is this song about?
Isn't it like something's going on? Oh, like
Yeah.
Jesus. Do you hear what I hear? Like
Jesus, what are you doing?
Well, he's being born.
They're hearing Mary
So
scream.
you hear screams, ripping of
say,
taint.
Yeah,
Hold on.
the episiotomy.
This song is about Mary screaming and shrieking.
No, there's a song.
No.
A song like that. Those are the words to the song. Do you
What
hear
are-
what I hear? A song. A song.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
not, that's not what it is. That's not how birth happens.
Joseph biting the
It
umbilical
was
cord.
2,000 years ago.
Joseph.
He is only singing to the lamb.
Remember
He's like,
last
I'm going to keep this after the recording.
last
Part of his contract.
Yeah, I get. Now listen, you don't even have to pay me. Just give me the lamb.
for
Is it sedated? Yeah.
Well, wake it up.
He wants it sedated.
Kill me. I
that's-
will after.
that's Dolly, the first cloned sheep.
Ooh.
That's good.
Look
Yeah.
at this. Look at this fucking visage of this man. He looks like death.
And they're singing a song about Mary shrieking. This is crazy. Wait, you think people sang when Jesus was born? Like the little,
I think
the
that's
little
what
drummer boy?
I think that's what the song is playing. A child.
Yeah, screaming. Screaming in the night?
Do you guys remember last year's Christmas special where you gave me a hat like his?
Yeah.
You think I should bring that back?
I gotta be honest with you. He pulled it off a little better.
Yeah, no way.
What if I was horny for the sheep? Would that help?
That could work.
All right. I
Oh,
got.
he's
Something
touching
about
it.
I got to learn how to get horny.
He's petting it in a weird way.
Oh yeah, dude. He's been straight
All
up
of it is
horny the
weird.
whole time. By the way, rockin'. Just want to throw it out one more time.
No, well, they do qualify.
you
it.
hear what I
like?
hear?
They'll watch something and then Scrooge will be like, "Was that rock and roll?" She'll be like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, and that. But they might as well look at the person who bought the VHS. Like, what are you doing, you fucking idiot? This isn't rock.
And next,
Let's see.
we're gonna have a band called Cannibal Corpse.
Can I try it?
Sure.
What do you want?
But you gotta wish real.
He's gonna wish for a thing.
He combed his hair.
Oh, I killed that lady with the lamb.
Oh, the lamb is dead.
Oh, those
The guy is mad.
those revolutionary guys are scattered all about.
To wish, and you have to mean it.
Guess I didn't mean it. This thing got a set of instructions.
She just gave you the instructions.
Again. But this time you gotta focus your mind on
I
it.
wish this bitch would go away.
Yes.
Oh, it worked.
Yes. He drags her to the door.
Get out, girl.
Yeah, you definitely want to have to puff out your cheeks when you make the wish, Scrooge.
A cow mood. Rock.
Yeah.
Rock and roll cow.
He didn't do it. He wasn't able to do it successfully.
It mooed like the toy, like the children's toy.
I get it. So
Yeah.
this is all a metaphor for cocaine.
I get the thin
A
metaphor.
bowl of white.
Mike and Dean.
How does it work?
Yeah, you're not doing it right. Yeah.
Rub it on your gums, like that Trump boy.
They were right there when rock and roll really became big, even before the British invasion.
That's where I remember him from.
Mike or Dean?
Oh, I think we have a Beach Boy coming up, right?
The British are coming. The British are coming. That Paul Revere fella.
You are
Who is this fucking guy?
Also, Scrooge
Yeah,
was
I don't understand.
Scrooge was British.
Well, hold on. Is he the man playing Scrooge? Is he some sort of rock and roll person?
No. Oh, they're back. They're back with the horse.
Oh, god damn it.
God, I wish that horse just kicked the shit.
Oh my god. Oh, they did do
that-
Jingle Bell Rock, like I said.
That is.
Oh no,
that
not
is
Rocking
that is
Around
a,
the Christmas Tree.
That is a Beach Boys voice, right?
I don't know, man.
He rung it.
Is this another the horse doesn't go anywhere?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That horse does not move. It might be fake.
Is the sleigh on its side? There we go. That's why the horse isn't going anywhere.
Oh, they coke drove
Yeah.
and they slammed into a tree.
Oh, all right.
Hey, can you guys help us out?
Four
We'll
strangers
give you
helping.
coke.
Yeah. that puff on the top of his hat.
Coke. That guy doesn't know where he is.
Oh no. Oh, the horse is moving,
Wait,
guys.
you want me to touch the? All right. Oh, the sled. Yeah. Okay. Wait, why do we need the horse? This idiot's just gonna push it.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh. Get up here.
Yeah.
Sit down.
I can't
hate
turn
this.
I can't turn off my production brain, and I'm just wondering
it's
about
just
every
so-
aspect of this.
Dude,
do
all
you
it
mean?
is like, what's the least amount of effort we can put in? Oh, yeah, one field, because we don't have to do any lighting because it'll be
Right.
outside.
Right.
And we have 4 props. We will rotate them through, put the blind one in the tree, and let's go. I think they had one that was inside, and it was just a woman sitting by a fireplace. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's like they're like, we're gonna film, and they would take like a group of people and be like,
Oh, my God,
wait,
they're
they're
moving.
moving? Are you
They're
serious?
moving. Oh, that horse died later on.
Yeah. Like immediately. Well, because the horse did so much cocaine.
Stop whipping.
Yeah.
He's going. Stop whipping, dude.
I don't think he knows he's doing
he has
that.
no
He
idea
doesn't
what
understand
He's
it
just
is.
like, ha 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 ha.
Run off a cliff. Uh-oh, they're heading towards Eastwood Ravine.
This really does
Oh, he almost fell.
bother me. Surely this was the last song, right? Chuck?
I hope not.
I used to have a sled.
Oh, fuck off, Citizen Kane.
That's sweet.
Big kid took it away from me.
So I killed him.
It's terrible.
I haven't liked Christmas since.
Oh, Scrooge's backstory.
That's literally the Citizen Kane
Oh, I'm aware.
thing. All right.
And that's final. Now, I know it'll get you in a good mood.
A blowjob.
Another slow song.
You like the sled, right?
Yeah,
You liked Mike and Dean in the sleigh, right?
yeah.
Well, we got bigger and better. How about the association in a 10-man sleigh?
The association?
National Basketball Association. They better not be any of those. And then they cut.
Oh, these
What is
horses are
this?
moving.
jingle, 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 jingle.
Okay, so they shot this on
That's
a farm that
Yeah.
probably has like a Christmas tree farm, and they do sleigh rides, and they literally got that place to just do it for the day.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
And they're like, listen, the farmer wants to meet the Bee Gees. And they're like,
They're like,
the Bee Gees aren't
yeah,
here.
we're the association.
All right, just say you're the Bee Gees when we meet the
there's
farmer.
10 of us.
He doesn't know anything. And then you hear, Tarnation, it's the Bee Gees.
Yeah, you definitely. There we go. I was going to say, you definitely don't want any close-up shots. Jingle, jingle, jingle,
Genuinely,
jingle, jingle.
I know I've made a lot of cocaine jokes. This is the 70s. It's all these bands. I want to ask literally, how much cocaine usage do you think was done on these days of shooting?
I wonder if that's the whole reason they went away to this farm. They'll just be like, we're just gonna go away and have
The
like a
cocaine
crazy
farm.
weekend and do whatever we want and party and like, I mean, I'm thinking of
Oh,
look at that.
Brad's here.
I hate that snowman.
Hi.
It really feels like they fleeced someone to make this, right? That someone was fleeced.
Pop, pop, pop.
Honestly, it was the VHS era.
Yeah.
Everyone was fleeced. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would put out the worst shit, and they would just be like, "This is fine." You know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Not like the fine quality of today.
That's true.
well, I mean, here's what's interesting
Man,
is
can you imagine like trying to show this to Finn?
Oh, his eyes would melt out of his head. I think what gets me though is, where's the rock? It's rockin' Christmas, but they're just doing pretty straight up standards.
Yep.
Occasionally they add like a little guitar going twang, Where do they go? Oh no, Scrooge has dementia. Where do the people go when I turn off my TV?
I'm looking into a crystal ball. Where are they going?
Where are they going?
I'm really concerned about the continuity. What were you saying about the production, Chucky?
I love that hat. It's 10 inches off his head.
Again, this is rockin' Christmas.
Oh, I think they're all coming together. Is this like they've all been apart making their own
Or
Christmas
is
music
this
videos?
all the association?
This is
Because there were 10 of them.
Yeah. This is like, God damn it. Even if they said this was country Christmas, this isn't hard enough.
So the production thing I was going to mention earlier is like there is a crew there. There's
Yeah.
all these musicians. All these people were hired to
I
do
think
this.
it's really generous of you to say crew.
Well, I mean, they have a few cameramen,
Yeah.
and I guess they don't need microphones or lights. They're outside.
And there's no need for any audio.
Wow.
It only goes
Yeah,
to pre-recorded tracks.
Yeah, they're playing, they're playing the audio. So somebody's walking around with a boombox.
Yeah.
There's probably 2 people at least for the crew.
Yeah.
I just wonder who paid for this. What was the plan? I need to know.
There was a production company that makes VHS stuff that probably specialized in bands and music, right? And they were like, here are the bands that are available that are willing to do this thing for a cut.
Yeah.
And we're going to produce this VHS and we're just going to put it out.
Do you
I
think,
guarantee it.
Do you think that Scrooge might have been like the #1 worst through line to figure out? Like the idea of like that being like, all right, we want to make a Christmas music video album. And how can we cut from music video to music video? Let's have Scrooge at his own workshop. No Bob Cratchit.
Yeah.
No Marley.
It is a bad through line.
And Scrooge is looking into a crystal ball. Famously not Scroogey.
I know why they went with the bad format.
Why?
Because it only required one single set and 2 people. No one else.
Yeah.
Any other kind of idea would require more people.
Christmas spirit.
This has all of the energy of one of those long commercials you would see on TV when we were younger.
Yeah.
Advertising
Of
all the
album.
greatest hits of
the
that
album.
time. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that's what it feels
That's
like.
what this is. Yeah.
You know what would have been a better setup?
Almost anything?
A screen that goes black for 40 minutes.
Santa Claus being like, I'm bummed. I don't have the Christmas spirit this year. And Mrs. Claus trying to show him. That makes more sense.
I would say that does make more sense.
And they can have a crystal ball, and that makes a little bit more sense than Scrooge
But they
having one.
already had a drab
That's Bobby
set.
Jones.
So they were like, we can't spend the money on all of that bright color.
You know, down the street, the high school is doing a production of A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
And they said during the day, the set's not in use.
You know, my grandpa's second bedroom is completely empty now. You want to do it there? Fucking hell.
I like the idea that he shakes it and they're like, oh, it looks like it's a march from 1938 in Germany. She shakes it.
Shake, quick.
Yeah.
Shake that shit.
You guys think I should shave my beard down to a mustache?
Yes.
Yes. Only if you can reproduce that helmet of hair that he has.
I also have some thoughts
Good
about
Lord.
his jacket.
I'll
Oh,
say,
yeah.
In my youth, my hair was helmety, and I was super insecure and ashamed of it.
Oh, but
Hello?
that goes beyond helmety.
Oh, yeah.
That's Lego hair.
Yeah.
That is a Lego head.
Brad said he used to have hair like Beavis.
Yes.
Okay. But this man has Lego hair.
That is the weird snowman.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
no, he's going to try and fuck the snowman.
The snowman has like a weird blank expression. He has arms made of snow.
he's
that are
walking
too
away.
high.
True VHS fashion.
Even the tape wants out.
Yep. I know.
They've run out of ideas for them to do shit now. It's like, why don't you just walk in the winter wonderland?
Walk. There's going to be a snowman. Walk past him.
I
What should I do
Damn
during the
it.
harmonica solo? Just be obscured.
just walk.
obscured
Yeah,
by
walk behind
sticks.
him.
Oh, my helmet hair.
Grüßt uns da in Winterzauberland. That's for Sabrina.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if it's accurate, but that's what we like walked around the halls of school singing as like part of our German class. We're like, we're gonna go to other classes and sing in German.
I don't like that.
Yep.
I don't like that at all.
Well, you would have liked it a lot less if you were in one of the classes we sang to.
What does he have now? That snowman is
that
fucked
holding
up.
a burned baby? That's what it looks like.
It was a live baby when I gave it to him.
Oh, no. Quick question. How many small rodents did he kill for that jacket? How many do you think?
Like
I'm
100.
confused about the biceps.
What the? Hold on.
What's this?
There you go.
Is that a girl snowman? Is she pregnant?
A snow girl? Snow woman?
Is it a mermaid?
Snowmaid.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
That hair is amazing. Can you imagine touching that?
No.
Yeah.
Like a Brillo pad.
Oh, I love it.
If that's what his head looks like.
You've got Lego pubes.
Yeah, Lego pubes, man. Wouldn't it be great if he just pulled a 357 Magnum out of his pocket right now and just started shooting at the snow?
Not as
sculpture?
great as it would be if I had a 357 in my pocket.
How could they like me? I never even met none of them.
Oh,
She
this
says-
is like
hold on.
OnlyFans.
I like that he's also kind of dumb.
A third?
Ain't you?
Mike Love.
Hi.
Oh, Mike Love.
Have your autograph?
I thought this was a record store.
Oh, good through line.
We've been watching.
I saw through the window that it was a scarcely decorated drab room, and I thought that's a record store if I ever met
I
one.
like the idea that the old man's like, we've been watching you.
in our globe.
Yes. Yeah. You know, as a performer, you walk in and somebody's like, we've been watching you in our globe. You're like,
In our elevator music paced rock and roll globe.
Most importantly,
Oh.
Handsy.
It's a throuple. It's a
Handsy.
throuple.
Final
gonna
song
fuck.
is going to be with Scrooge.
They're gonna fuck for sure, all three of them together. He's like, what's poking me in my back?
Yeah.
What's poking
Oh,
me?
a different angle on this.
I kind of like the poke. Yeah.
out of sight.
I like that neither of them are joining in yet.
This is what the Fraggles think rock and roll is.
Yeah.
I think this is the last song, by the way.
I hope so.
I hope it's the last song.
From now
I was hoping that maybe we would get to the three ghosts.
They're gonna do a threesome. Is that enough?
That's the three ghosts.
Yeah.
It's the beast with three ghosts.
Yeah.
Look at this. He really he came in and was like, oh, I thought this was a record shop. Now let me embrace the two of you and
Yep.
sing at your faces.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. He's like,
Yeah.
Scrooge is like,
looked at his
why is
hand.
his hand on my shoulder?
That's me reacting to the episode we did with Mark Norman.
Yeah, when he kept touching you.
hang a shining star upon the highest bough.
Doesn't Kermit
Okay,
sing
good
this?
take. Can you do it with less emotion? Make it look like ooh. That's what this feels like. This feels like one of those like PSA things that a celebrity would have to do because
Yeah.
they were caught like drunk driving too much.
Yep.
It does feel like that.
Yeah, but there's no message.
This future is far away.
We're gonna have sex all damn day.
Christmas present is here today.
It must be awkward if you're an actor, like in something like this. Like if you're Scrooge
Yourself.
or the girl, and you have to stand there and look like you're really enjoying and actively listening while a man lip syncs next to you. Like that does have to be
Yeah.
pretty challenging.
There we go.
Yeah.
Scrooge is smiling.
There we
All
go.
right.
Have yourself.
But then it drops away as soon as he's not looking at him anymore.
You're right. That is weird.
That is a weird
That's
thing.
a weird responsibility.
I think if I had to do it, I would draw on the experience of doing this podcast for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I
Where
mean?
you really like you're dead
Yeah.
inside, but you need to act like
but
it's
look at
not.
this. Ready?
Here we are. It's
Wow. I'm glad you genuinely enjoy being here with us.
I really do. No, I do, of course. But for sure, he's gonna have sex with those two, right?
At least
I think he's interested
Scrooge.
in the girl. Oh,
Oh, I think he needs the guy to be involved.
okay.
Look at them.
He is
Oh, now she's looking at the hand on her
he is
shoulder.
moving his hand on her a lot more, but she's moving a lot more.
Yeah.
I will say this. He looks like he's embracing her. He looks like he's keeping the man from leaving.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Scrooge, right?
a merry.
No dance steps or anything. Just We're
You know
gonna,
what this ends
We're
with?
gonna shoot it in 2 angles. We'll cut it together a little bit.
This ends with both of them going, okay, that was great. Thanks. Bye. Leave.
Yeah.
I thought he'd never fucking leave. He touched my ass.
I thought the 3 of us.
Miss, would you make
What?
this thingamabob work once more before you go?
You don't
So
have
she was
to.
just some random woman?
Yeah, she thought it was a record store.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, Bridget.
Died
The
4
blind
days
woman.
ago. Put dates on it. Put dates on it. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this.
3 Dog Night. I didn't realize 3 Dog Night was
What?
fronted
Where's
by
your,
Luigi.
where's your lamb?
Bye, Merrily Rush.
Okay.
So they did have audio.
I hope you all have a really Merry Christmas.
Thank
no,
you,
she was the one with the
Mary
lamb.
McGregor.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
Whoops, I fell down. What did he just do? Doot to
I
do?
thought there was like a
Did he go
frog.
doot to
I
do?
think there was a frog ribbit.
Is he known for that?
I hope so.
The Association. I am 41. I've never fucking heard of the Association.
Oh, he's like, that's Tiny
and
Tim's
he
line.
said it.
Wait, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, you low rent Johnny Cash.
Why was it Scrooge? We didn't need a Scrooge.
Why wasn't there more ska?
Now, how do I get the cocaine out of it?
Scrooge segment's directed by Bob
Bob Franchini, delicious. Rex Sparger wrote it. Somebody
wrote it, yeah.
Russell Pyle.
Dan Ducey.
Dan Dusek. Oh, this is rock and roll,
Oh,
baby.
Judy Franchini. This is
Yeah.
a whole
This
family
is rock
thing.
and roll.
A location auditor.
Robert Bovel. Oh, Bovel.
Costumer.
Mr. Bovel.
These are some strange names.
3
somebody named
cameramen.
Chuck.
Video.
Smeed. Video
Video
recordist.
Yeah. Wow. Utility. This was a real production.
Thor
Thor.
Sundby.
How is this
God damn. I want to meet
electronic
Thor Sundby.
another Franchini?
Starfax.
There was 3 Mancinis.
How is this not an Alan Smithy project? Payrolling by cast and crew. Okay, that's the name, I guess.
Hipbound Records.
There we are.
Big,
Big
Bear.
Bear.
Goldmine Ski Resort.
Oh, that's
Backward
great.
look antiques.
That's,
obviously.
that's where the Scrooge stuff
Hipbound
was.
1983.
presentation. So, what?
Wow.
This was 1983. That's the shock of the whole thing.
Los
That it
Angeles
was-
Raiders.
It was 1983 all along. That, I swear, that looks 70s.
Yeah, I think so too. I
I
mean,
think Ray was technically alive in 1980, Christmas 1983.
I mean,
Yes, I was.
let's say they shot it in 82, but
Then I wasn't.
yeah. I think we can all learn a little bit from Scrooge's journey there.
What is
What
it that
was
we
the
can learn?
journey?
Yeah, what can we
Journey
learn?
He didn't
was-
even leave his desk
He now has a magic crystal ball.
that he can't operate because he has dementia. And he's like, how do you get this thing to work? And we just saw him at the end going, bring me more magic. Bring me more magic.
And I'll say
nothing's
this,
happening.
that crystal ball,
Thor didn't do anything.
the crystal ball is limited. It can see one ski resort. It's just a lot of places within the ski resort.
Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't magic like
Yeah.
showing all of these wonderful things. It just could show you what was happening at that one ski resort in Big Bear. And it just happened that a lot of mid-tier rock band people from 1982, I'm assuming, because of filming and then releasing, they just happened to be so coked up wandering around and, you know, driving under the influence with a sled.
Right.
And that's why it was tipped over at the beginning.
Yes.
What we didn't see is that, like, them riding off going, I think we definitely killed that kid.
Yes. Well, if you were going to make this,
That woman in the tree saw us. Well,
Well,
if you were going to make this,
by the way, the woman in the tree, there was no through line. She was just stuck in a tree.
this is what happened. They went there.
Yeah.
The cast went there, and they went. We got to find 8 locations. We got to find 8.
They had the bridge. I
The-
think they had the bridge first.
The bridge first.
And they wanted to save it, but then it got dark. And
They're
they
like,
went, oh.
Do you have any other things? They're like, we got a sheep.
we got a
We have-
glowing sheep.
We have 1 horse. They're like, well, can we make it look like 2 horses? And they're like, we could put a hat on it for one scene.
Yeah.
Make it seem like he's different.
Hmm.
And we
Do
have,
you have one, like, porch area? Yes?
Is it big enough for the association?
Do you have...
What association?
Do you have like 3.5 snowmen or snow sculptures.
3.5.
So this one
A
guy.
little abstract. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
That should work.
Yeah.
That should work. Do you have any aversions to, say, Lego hair? Are there any thick pile carpets he can use as hair?
I'm going to float this out there with honesty.
Yeah.
With truthfulness.
Sure.
Someone says, Chuck, Ray, Brad, we need you to film at a ski resort, 8 to 9 music videos.
Sure.
What can you do as a through line? You can only have one location and 2 to 3 characters.
Can I answer your question with a question?
Yeah.
In this scenario,
Yeah.
do we give a shit?
I think we always do.
I know, but if we come at it with the level of this, the answer is right, like that, like you're pitching it to the record company, you know, and they're like, "Would you do it?" And you're like, "I mean, I don't want to, but I would do it." And
Yeah.
they're like, "Okay, but are you going to try?" And you're like, "Not really." And then they go, "But what kind of guarantees can you give us?" And then that's when, we, as a group, we would say, "We can guarantee." It will mostly be in focus.
Yeah. To the
And
best
that's
of our
it.
ability.
Yeah.
And by the way,
we found a great
1983
Scrooge.
focus.
Yeah.
83 focus.
Yeah.
We found a great Scrooge.
Great Scrooge.
We'll figure out the rest, baby. It takes care of
Or
itself.
it'd be like, oh, we found a great Scrooge, and they're like, oh no, my uncle wants to be Scrooge, and he's putting in the money for this project. So
Your uncle-
my uncle's going to be Scrooge.
Your uncle Stephen King?
Yes, my uncle, 1983 Stephen King.
So Scrooge is going to be the main character. So is he going to go through a transition?
No. Well, I mean, the scene will transition.
Yeah. How is he about Christmas?
He hates it.
He hates it, but then he's kind of like, I like Christmas.
Yeah.
But then he's like,
what?
I hate it, and then
he's
he's
like, I hate it, and then he likes it, and then
Yeah,
he hates
yeah.
it.
get his
and then he
tragic
likes it.
backstory.
It's less about why he doesn't like Christmas and more about he sees various examples of Christmas and he goes, but I don't like that kind of Christmas. That's not what I like.
Yeah,
It's
like
less-
he went and he's like, oh, Medea's Christmas? No, thank you.
It's less like he doesn't like Christmas, and we're trying to get other people to stop liking Christmas by
Yes.
making this
Yeah.
video.
And at the end, we are going to we can't get David Bowie. I'm just saying it right now. We
All right.
cannot get
Okay.
David Bowie. That is one David
Be
that
pretty
will not
perfect.
be a part of this. We can get a man who looks like a mannequin wearing David Bowie clothing for the very end.
Okay.
He's going to come in, attempt to get a threesome started.
Right.
Feels real quick, the vibes are off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think when he walked in, he went, "Oh, here's a father and daughter that I can get real freaky with."
Yeah.
Then he realizes they don't even know each other. This is weird.
Yeah.
And then he thinks that's weird
Yeah.
because that's how unsettling it is. Also, we have to understand, and this is still our pitch to the
Right, I get
execs,
it.
in this world, everyone is really dumb. So they will walk into any abandoned looking area and go, oh, I thought this was a record store.
I mean, I'll say this, record executives, I didn't realize this was like a record corporation. I thought this was a record store. I'm not a qualified producer of projects at all.
I know this is exactly how I felt when I walked into Spirit Halloween over the Halloween season.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
walked in and I went, "Excuse me, do you have any Three Dog Night?"
Yes.
And they said, "What is that? Is that a mask?"
It's like a
And
Cerberus thing.
And I go, "No, they rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Do you
a
have
little
it?
bit.
They rock to a decent degree." And then they said no, and I said, "Well, what do you have?" And I went, "Do you have any blind women in a log?" And they said, "No." Is that a costume? And I said, "No."
Do you have any glowing sheep?
Do you have any Lego men? And they said, no.
Yes.
And then I said, well, what kind of store is this? And they said, it's a Halloween costume store. And I said, I thought this was a record store. Actually, that would be a fun out, I think, for our viewer listeners. Like if they're ever in a situation where you want to just get out of
Yeah.
it really quickly.
Oh, that's not bad.
You
I
know,
thought it
if
was
you
a
want a
record store.
waffle or something,
Yeah.
you could be like, I thought this was a record store.
Yeah, that's
and then
it.
turn around and beeline.
Yep.
That's not. We did get something from this. a new excuse for leaving a business.
Yeah. I think that's how I'm going to peace out when I decide to leave this podcast.
Yep.
There will come an episode randomly, and this is a Funbearable guarantee to our viewer listeners.
And soon.
At some point, I'm just going to go, oh, I thought this was a record store, and get up and walk out of the room. And that'll be the last episode.
I like
of
it.
Yeah.
It's a believable excuse, I think, for a lot of situations.
It does
Not
work.
any of the ones in this video.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a record store.
Right. That's true. That's not
Yeah,
good
then
either.
everybody's like, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
My last observation that I want to make about this is I made some goofs about the idea that man was Stephen King. Scrooge
Right.
was played by Stephen King. I think it was. And here's my number one piece of evidence. He looked in the magic ball and saw a horror happening in a snowy, rented area, like a ski lodge. And he said, I could use this. And then he wrote The Shining.
Oh, yeah.
I think what this really was a like biopic of Stephen King getting the idea to write The Shining.
Yeah.
And you look at his copy of the script, and it, he like in the margins he doodles like all work and no play makes Scrooge.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this could be a precursor. They're all stuck in one place. It seems like no one else is there.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Stuck at a ski lodge.
Yeah, and then there's like weird 70s people walking around.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's not supposed to be happening.
Right.
And you meet the devil.
Yep.
You do meet the devil. He came in at the end and tried to seduce both Scrooge and
Was that an Adam and Eve thing?
that was no. That was like the temptation of Christ. You know what I mean? That was the devil coming.
I mean,
see.
what aliases did Kubrick film under? Was Sparger one of them?
Ooh.
Mancini? Is that what it was?
Franchini.
Franchini.
Well, a lot of people think that 2001: A Space Odyssey, Kubrick was doing that as a cover-up because he was actually shooting the faked moon landing.
Right.
That's a conspiracy theory that some people believe. The truth behind it, and this is just another Funbearable exclusive, is that he was doing 2001: A Space Odyssey, hoping people would think he was covering up shooting the moon landing, but in actuality was really embarrassed that he shot this special.
Oh.
Yeah.
He did it out of shame.
I like that.
That's a
That,
shame.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
and that's
sense.
why Stephen King is so mad about Kubrick's version.
yeah,
Because
right.
he got it wrong. He's like, you don't know, where's Paul Revere?
Right.
Where are the Steelers?
Yeah.
Where's the association?
Where's the association? Come on. Where's the guild?
Yeah. So
All the groups.
So I thought, I'd share my favorite Christmas special with you.
Just seemed like you would have known. You should have known more since it's your favorite Christmas special.
You'd think I'd know more.
Who's your favorite person in that special? Because it's your favorite special.
The girl.
The girl.
Big surprise.
Yeah.
My favorite was David Bowie's stuntman at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in and really, there is a lot of uncomfortable looks and touching happening in pretty much all of the very slow ones that have multiple people because they don't know what to do.
Because they're desperate to find a thing to do.
Right. And so you get a scene where two people stand on a bridge in the dark and a woman holds a little lamb and the man appears to sexually sing a song directly to the lamb.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly
Do you
right.
hear what I hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the police. You sick fuck.
Do you hear what I hear?
The cops.
Do you hear what I hear? That lamb gave consent, is what I heard. Well, do we want to go back by the
we
fire?
should get back. I mean, I think Santa might be coming soon, so we might as well get back there.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that should be fine.
Yeah, I think we should get back there and just, I don't want to miss them. You know
All
what
right.
I mean? So thank you guys for checking out my favorite Christmas special.
Do you guys smell like
Nutmeg.
nutmeg and sugar plums?
Peppermint.
Maybe someone's making a
Peppermint.
drink. Maybe someone's making a holiday drink.
a holiday
maybe.
drink.
Yeah,
All right,
let's check it out.
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh my God. No.
Wait
Where did these?
No. Did
a minute.
Did we miss them?
No, that's not. This can't be.
Did you leave these here?
I didn't do this.
We're not even in camera. All right.
Did you do this?
I did not do this. I was in the room with you guys. How would I have done it?
I thought you snuck out and had a diarrhea attack.
No.
Oh, is that why you said you had diarrhea? So
No.
you could come back and put these out here?
All right. First of all, that is a thing I would do.
It is,
but it is not a thing I did in this instance.
Dude, mine says to Chuck from Santa. What does yours say?
Well, mine doesn't say that. Mine says to Ray from Santa.
That's pretty close, though.
You're right.
Mine says to Brad, and then it says really small from Santa.
Did we miss him? We missed him?
How did we miss him?
I was going to say, it's pretty unlikely the fire would be going by itself this entire time.
I mean, you poked it once.
He might have poked it.
He might have
himself.
poked it when I wasn't here.
He might have done a poke.
Oh.
He could have done a second poke.
Damn it.
There was a second poker all along.
We missed him.
Well, you know what? Maybe,
I'm upset, but I'm going to soldier on, mainly because I want to know what on earth Santa could have written to each one of us.
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean,
should we read it on the podcast? We don't know what it says.
well, yeah, I think we should. Because we've done this kind of thing in the past
Yeah.
where,
Yeah.
like, let's say, as an example, just a hypothetical.
yeah, not what happened tonight.
No, let's say if we were doing a holiday-themed thing, we might want to maybe Brad and I write whatever letter you get, Chuck.
Right.
And then maybe you and I write whatever letter Brad gets.
Right.
And then also the two of you write whatever letter I got.
Right.
Because that seems very Funbearable.
That's a Funbearable thing that we typically do, but these letters are not like that. They're actually from Santa,
From
right?
Yeah.
Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
Yeah, it's not that situation where we wrote each other's letters
It's
in a way to
not.
insult each other in a fun way.
In fact, why don't we all three say it at the same time to camera? It's
It's
not
not
the
the
same
same
situation. we should have talked about what we were going to say.
You
Man,
get the bit.
You take us out of the studio. How is this more chaotic than us sitting on an actual outdoor porch? And somehow this is more chaotic.
So how do we do this? Who goes first?
You know
yeah.
what? Even though all the letters were written like from Santa,
Yeah.
maybe some of us like it just works better with our cadence reading it. So like maybe Ray could read the letter to Chuck,
Okay.
and that could kick things off.
All right.
yeah.
Do you want to read?
Sure.
This is Santa's letter to me.
All right.
I can't imagine what it would say.
Let's see here.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Are you kidding me?
I wonder if he asked me for gifts.
Let's see here. So
Yeah,
this
that's
is
probably it.
This is a letter from Santa Claus to Chuck Staten.
And it's not one of those bits where you guys wrote this?
Nope,
No.
it's not that situation.
This is what you would call a classic Christmas miracle.
Oh, my goodness.
Let me do this while I'm holding a microphone.
Perfect.
So it's extra cumbersome. Here we go. This letter is from Santa Claus. Oh, dearest Charles, go fuck yourself with mirth and merriment, Santa. And that's all it says. That's your whole letter. Here you go.
Wow.
You want to save it as a souvenir? And then there's this as well. That can't be all that he wrote.
Well, you know, maybe one will.
Huh.
Wait a minute, I see some red over here
Oh, under the tree?
under the tree. I see
I'm not
some
happy
red.
about that.
Oh, it's Chuck with a backwards K.
Oh.
Hold on.
That's
Maybe
that's
maybe-
how you think of yourself.
Maybe that's for a different Chuck.
Could be.
Do you have any other Chucks
This
like,
one
living here?
also says from Santa on it. So
What the, why would I?
maybe it was a classic misdirect.
But I got.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
I'm
Seems
gonna
pretty
read-
official.
It says Charles. Oh, look at how many words are on that one.
Oh, this is a full letter.
Oh,
This is-
maybe-
Okay, maybe there was.
This was for
something-
my dad.
or maybe it's for your dad.
Oh,
because it's Chuck. It's yeah. You opened his letter.
You know what? Let's put it back under the tree.
Yeah.
When we leave.
All right. So this is the letter.
Okay.
And now this is from Santa Claus. Brad and I didn't write this.
Right.
And I'll read it, and I'm going to read this in the voice of Santa. I think to embrace it. You don't have to, but that's okay. Maybe there was like a specific tone in mind when it was written. I don't know.
Could have been.
Dearest Charles, look, I may have been a touch hasty in my previous letter. Oh, that's okay. So this makes
It is.
I apologize for that. Very un-Santa-like. I just get so frustrated when someone so obviously on the naughty list makes such an entitled plea to get on the nice list. Your bedroom shenanigans alone would be enough to keep you on the naughty list for multiple consecutive life sentences. And that's just when you're alone. Allow me to be real with you here. Between us, mano y santo. I have a group of elves that will occasionally check up on naughty listers to see if they're improving. But the amount of time you spend self-releasing makes it impossible to protect the elves' sensitive souls. 3 of them have taken their lives expressly blaming your alone time activities as the cause in their suicide notes. Impeccable calligraphy on their parts, by the way. You guys, feel free to laugh whenever you want, guys. Just reading this to silence.
Chuck is playing it off like he's
I'm
hurt.
playing it off like I'm hurt.
Well, all right. Several elves have blinded themselves with various machinery in the workshop so they never have to see what you do to yourself when you're alone. There's so many lines dedicated to this one idea.
I know, I know.
Their innocent little hearts and minds have been shattered by the darkness of your disgusting and devious delights. Even I have broken down weeping at the sight of the horrific things you do in the name of self-pleasure. And I've seen a lot of shit. Mrs. Claus says I should just take your name off the list and be done with you entirely. Leave that creep be, she always says. Think of how much we'll save on elf counseling. But I'm not a quitter, Charles. I'm Santa. World War II didn't stop me, and if Hitler couldn't get me to quit, I'll be damned if a sex pest from Staten Island is going to be the one to do it.
From
I have multiple
Second
houses.
dwelling. There are other concerns regarding your behavior. For example, your defense that everyone manipulates service workers by immediately and loudly threatening suicide at the slightest delay does not hold a shred of truth. In fact, some of those same said service workers have been bumped way up the nice list this year solely based on having to deal with you in some small way. Some people use communication skills and empathy when interacting with retail workers and customer service representatives. Ran out of breath. Sadly, I can't give an intangible gift like empathy. Otherwise, your stocking would be overflowing with the abstract concept of other people exist. And let's talk about how you treat your dear friends, Bradley and Raymond.
Oh, that's us.
How dare you bring the brilliant notions of Dr. Genius to the podcast and expect anything other than a naughty ranking?
That'll do it.
And can I be honest with you, Charles? I don't get it. He's a character, but he's you. And he's dumb, but he's also a medical doctor based on your headwear. I don't like it, and it actually makes me incredibly angry just thinking about it.
You gotta stop doing that. You're making Santa mad.
he's avant-garde.
And about your list this year and beyond. Some of the things you ask for are impossible at best and reveal the horrid psyche of a living monster at least. So no, I won't be getting you a book on how to change dates on a birth certificate.
What did you want that for?
And I certainly won't be getting you the same book on tape because, as you wrote in your letter, reading is for brads and dipshits.
It is.
Say that.
And it makes my head hurt anyway. And you go on to say, reading? Humbug. Putting letters together to form words and express thoughts and feelings? What is this, the SATs? And then you have a crude drawing of your friend Brad as a mouse having sex with a dictionary.
I
love that.
I would.
You would frame it.
I would, he said.
You would, yeah. If you were an anthropomorphic mouse, you would absolutely do sex to a dictionary. Where are you going?
It's hard to stay in the ground. When
Oh,
you're
I thought
this
you
old.
were crawling over to me.
No, I'm
Let's
good.
do some deleted scenes from The Secretary. And I can't believe I have to write this. No, I can't magically give you a green, knuckly Ninja Turtle penis complete with shell for when you get nervous around stronger, more successful men.
You asked for that?
I can't just change your genitals like that. Even if I could, I still would say no. If I'm not a "there's only 2 genders" guy. You do you. But this is some Island of Dr. Moreau shit, Charles.
That's your favorite, the
my
second
favorite
favorite island.
Real disturbing stuff, man. What the fuck?
My second favorite island
Yeah.
is really funny.
Third, Rhode Island, Staten Island, Island of
Oh, I
Dr.
thought we were
Moreau.
going
No, fourth,
Epstein.
Epstein,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say that's what I thought the
wow,
joke was.
okay.
Also, no, I can't make this Natalie girl a real person. I do toys for good girls and boys. I can't just conjure up a whole living person out of thin air, no matter how many people you've told she's real. Just what is it that you think I do in this workshop? And some of the more tangible things, I can't even wrap my head around them. I mean, an Iron Man helmet with a ball gag in it? A Scrooge McDuck fleshlight?
Ugh.
An autographed headshot of Ezra Miller? Edible duct tape? That one makes me sad. You've made Santa Claus depressed. Are you happy?
Wow, Chuck.
Don't answer. I already know. Do you want my sweet little elves making that shit? You would subject them to your despicable depravity and take their innocence from them. For what? A few bits and bobs? For some fuckable thing wrapped in bright paper? While we're being honest here, do me a favor. Leave the elves alone.
Yeah.
Your letters are always asking inappropriate things about my little helpers. What's the average lifespan of an elf? Do they have genitals? Are they boys or girls, or both, or none of the above? Do elves go through puberty? When do they go through puberty? When is an elf considered legal? How much lower can you go from legal and people are still sort of okay with it? Are elves allergic to latex? Can elves get herpes? How do elves get pregnant? Can an elf get you pregnant? Are they on Instagram? Leave them alone,
I'm a
Charles.
scientist.
My elves aren't just more service workers for you to harass and molest.
Oh, come on.
Hey, this is all.
That
Santa.
was a great bit by Santa. I'll say that.
And so, in lieu of all your requests, instead, I most sincerely gift to you on this Christmas. Oh, thank you, by the way. I just clocked the nice thing that you said, and I apologize.
Santa, yeah.
To Santa.
Right,
and
yeah.
I'm sure he appreciates that. And so, in lieu of all your requests, instead, I most sincerely gift to you on this Christmas a team of local psychologists willing to take you on pro bono as a personal favor to me. Work with them, and you will have given yourself the greatest gift of all, a reckoning. May the shock be quick and the changes long-lasting. May your mind quiet and your heart open. And may God have mercy on your soul, Chuck Staten. Merry Christmas, you piece of shit. With as much cheer as I can manage to muster, Nicholas Santa Claus. Wow, I think he's had it up to here.
Yeah. It did sound like you asked for some weird things, Chuck.
What do you get the
That's
man
true.
who has everything?
That's a good point.
Yeah, right?
That's a good point.
What do you get the man who would do everything?
Yes.
This is actually from Santa.
Guys, have you smelled it? Have you smelled the envelope?
Nutmeg,
It smells like Santa. Nutmeg, peppermint,
cinnamon,
Mrs. Claus's fingers.
ginger. Oh, boy.
All right. A lot of text on that letter from Santa.
I'm so excited to see what he wrote to you.
I'm also really excited for you to hear what Santa wrote. Like, if me and Ray had written this, man, I would love that, too.
Right.
But I'm more excited to hear what the real Santa wrote to
It's
Brad.
the real Santa.
Man, and you know what I mean? He's not here, so can't get mad at anybody.
Oh, watch me.
Maybe we can commiserate,
Yeah.
but that's as far as we can go.
Dear Brad,
That's me.
as Santa Claus, it pains me to say this to you.
It probably doesn't.
Chill the fuck out.
This guy is saying it like it is these
Yeah,
days. Yeah.
Santa good.
Santa really calls it like he sees it.
I wish I could, Santa. I
Here
really
at
do.
Santa's Workshop, we get letters from all over the world, from every walk of life. And you are the most uptight, rigid, and anxious ticking time bomb of a man that we've ever received a letter from.
Very accurate.
Excuse me, sorry. As per your letter, I won't refer to you as a man.
Thank you.
You're an elderly boy.
Yes.
Elderly boy, Brad Rohr.
I hate to be so blunt, but as Santa Claus, I tell the truth even when it's difficult to hear.
I don't know that he does.
Your letters
Is
to
that what he's known
Santa,
for?
I mean, he was pretty truthful with Chuck.
Yeah.
That's true.
your letters to Santa bum out the entire North Pole. Your letter last year has been responsible for 3 suicides in the elf community.
What if they were the same elves looking in on Chuck's behavior?
Oh,
These are elves. Before your last letter, they didn't even understand the concept of depression. Now there's a Zoloft shortage at the North Pole, and many workshop tools must now be kept under lock and key for fear that another elf snaps.
I mean, it also just seems good for inventory.
They've started calling you the beige Grinch. But quickly, to answer your letter this year,
Thank you.
first off, concerning a remedy for your jagged mountain goat feet that were recently shown on your podcast,
Yeah.
You
look at
asked
these
for
babies.
you asked for a foot wilter?
Yes.
I don't even know what that Yes, I don't even know what that is. I'm sure your condition must be difficult. As you said, these things are like walking on 12 pounds of stale rock candy, and brother, these feet ain't sweet.
I'm sorry. Did I ask for a foot wilter?
Yeah.
As in, I need to wilt my feet.
Yes.
That was what I asked for.
Yeah. Honestly,
They're so jagged.
Santa
because
knows
I think
best.
we were all together when this happened. We were watching the original Wizard of Oz because
Yes.
the new movie comes out.
Right.
And when you saw the witch's feet curl
remember?
up and go under the house, I remember you pausing it and exclaiming, "That, I need that. I need
do
one of those."
remember that.
Yeah.
You asked for a titanium mattress pad to stop your bed from getting torn up by those jagged little pills you call feet.
What?
You said that if it was too expensive, you'd settle for some aluminum toe caps. Buddy, I don't think this stuff exists. And I checked Amazon.
Santa's on Amazon toe caps.
That's sad.
Your request for a one-page cookbook also confused me. You want a cookbook for just 3 recipes? You want to make whiter rice,
Yes.
skimmer milk,
Yep.
and saltine crackers, but with less salt and more teen?
Yes.
You asked for diabetic candy for people without diabetes.
Yes.
You asked for me to help you create your own brand of non-alcoholic beer with no hops, no barley, and no carbonation,
Yep.
which I think is just water.
It's just water.
You asked for something you call Cool Ranch oatmeal, which I do have the power to make, but refuse to do so for your own good.
It's probably for everyone's good.
Also, I'm still confused about this one. You asked for 1,000-foot-long hot dog, so you can truthfully tell Chuck and Ray that you only ate one hot dog this year? This one still haunts me in quiet times. Not going to touch on this one too much. You asked me to kill a lot of people.
I did.
Here's my
did.
short answer. No. And side note to this, do you really want to host a one-person podcast?
Oh my God.
Santa, come on.
And finally, no. There's no such thing as Viagra for feelings.
Oh.
It's not all bad news, Bradley.
Oh.
Here are the things you asked for that I can give you this year.
Oh, good. Compliments.
A chastity belt with an edible key. Tighty whities with a bulge in it already.
Oh, that'd be very helpful.
You asked for, quote unquote, a hat or something. For the love of God, something. You could have just written a hat.
I could have, but I didn't.
And finally, as requested every year since you were 9, a nice soft BM. I'll make it happen, but I gotta say, you're really fighting me on this one. Help me help you, you
He
know?
did. He did make it happen. He made it. It was so soft.
Oh, and it's like one of those situations where like like something is pushing so hard on an immovable object when it finally gives, there's too much pressure.
It's
a real champagne
it's a dam
cork.
collapsing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
In either case, atrocity and a neighborhood is ruined.
Yes. Oh, and to answer your question about your present from last year, you said the painting I got you has such a nice frame, but the poor man in it is so sad. Brad, I don't know how to say this. It's a mirror. And for your other question, no, it's not haunted.
It took a second. I'm like, what? Like American Gothic? What painting? But yeah, I did ask for a painting last year, and I got a mirror.
Yep.
So get it together, Santa.
Bradley,
Yes.
to be completely honest with you, we're still trying to figure out if you're on the naughty or nice list this year.
Yeah, it's up in the air.
It's almost impossible to sort out what you do and say with how you feel. Mm-hmm. You convinced a child's parents to send him to conversion camp, not because he's gay, but because he said he wants to be a magician. Sometimes a cape is just a cape, Brad. You picketed a plan.
I'm sorry. Can we live in sometimes the cape is just a cape for just a second?
It's a great turn of phrase by Santa.
Sometimes
No, that's
the
great.
cape is just a cape.
No, it's great.
Oh, sorry.
You picketed a Planned Parenthood, but it was because an employee in the parking lot said Happy Holidays to you instead of Merry Christmas.
I know what the reason for the season is, okay?
You bought an unlicensed handgun with the serial numbers filed off, but then you gave it to your cat, Rosie, because, quote unquote, she needs to be the protector, and guns scare you stiff.
They do.
Speaking of, I hope you've had some luck this year overcoming your condition that you've written to me about so many times.
What condition is that, pray tell?
Well,
do you-
guns scare you stiff.
Yep.
So the natural conclusion would be this.
What do you call them? Oh, yes, your fear boners. I hope you haven't had too many FBs this year, but I'm afraid I know the answer already.
Yeah, that's the only kind of B I can get.
Before I go, I'm sorry, but this has been bugging me for too long. I feel a little embarrassed, but Did we go to the same high school together? Class of 00001? You were that albino guy who kept getting wedgies from Moses? It's me, Nick, the jolly kid, remember?
I was the teacher of that class.
I beat you in that spelling bee. Oh, also, please stop cutting yourself because of that spelling bee.
Never.
Anyway, just please loosen up. Your doctor also wrote me and showed me your medical chart. HIPAA violation, I know.
Yeah.
But it says you have a clinical case of emotional constipation.
Yep.
The first diagnosed case in U.S. history.
Wow.
He actually also reached out because of your feet, because they are beyond the reach of medical science, almost to the point of myth.
They're beautiful feet.
So on top of what you've asked for,
Send me money, perverts.
so on top of what you asked for, and I never do this, I went ahead and left something else in your stocking.
Wow.
THC gummies.
Oh, I've had a lot of recommendations for those from one specific elf.
With them, I've included a list of possible side effects and a list of the possible side effects of the Ambien you suckle sweetly each night.
Each night is a miss.
I'm Santa, so I'm not supposed to say this, but you're an addict and it's making holes in your brain.
It is.
The elves refer to you as Brozanne.
Accurate.
I'll leave you with what I wrote in your yearbook, so many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Bard, have a cool summer.
Mm-hmm.
Bethlehem football sucks. Santa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Really a varied approach from Santa on that one. You got to respect that.
Yeah, I think so.
Like-
Well,
Speak-
so, as
two
Santa always
voices.
says, you got to respect the swerve.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got to respect the story. That's what he
Yeah.
says.
Speaking like he was speaking with two voices throughout the entire thing.
And you know, I think it's interesting because he hit on an interesting topic there when he said Bethlehem football sucks. I don't know if you knew this, Brad, because you're a bit of a theologian yourself.
Yeah.
For one specific, you're very Christian.
Yeah.
Did you know that the reason there was no room at the inn and they had to sleep in a manger the night that Jesus was born was because that there was a home game in Bethlehem,
Yeah.
and so all of the hotel rooms were taken from
Yeah, all the traveling.
football fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
I didn't know that. I went to Arkansas for grad school, and that was when I learned about big football programs like Bethlehem, and
Yeah.
how crazy it is to try and get a hotel room.
Right, but it was actually kind of lucky because I mean, the little drummer boy was already there.
Yeah.
because he was part of the
marching
halftime
band,
show.
yeah.
and then the three wise men—they're full of shit when they said they followed a star.
Right.
No.
They were tailgating the whole time.
Oh,
They
hammered.
started hearing a baby cry. They're like, "What the fuck is
Hey,
that?"
we gotta take something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
What you
they're
got,
not
Mer?
even. They weren't even fucking wise.
No, not
they
too
were
wise.
thick. They were dumb shit.
I heard them say the word ain't like 40
Yes.
times.
Yeah. Ain't that a baby? Right. There was a lot of that.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
But there's one letter left.
Oh, we don't even need to do it. It's
Man,
been
no,
such
we
a fun
should.
night.
No,
we
it's
don't
really
have to read
interesting.
all of
Where
them.
is that last letter?
I don't know. Maybe it fell in the fire.
So let's
Not
see.
yet.
There's this
Wow.
one here. It says Ray, and there's 3 hearts on it.
Well, there's
so-
hearts on it. That's
Whoa.
interesting. So you know what?
I don't know. That's
Normally in
from
a
Sandy.
situation like this, it would be me and Brad writing a letter for Ray, and he'd get bombarded with it on the Christmas episode. But
Nah,
this is
yeah.
actually from Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Which is good because normally in the other situations, like it feels like maybe the guys that haven't been like professionally performing jokes on stage for years did it, and so we're like maybe a little too mean. So thankfully, Santa will give us like maybe a little more even keel. Although he did sound pissed when he was writing to both of you.
I don't think Santa makes power plays like that. But let's see what he-
Let me just
not-
look
he's
over
not
here and
really
see if he's
like
making
that. He's
power
usually not
plays.
that kind of guy.
Ray. It's you. You're always telling the world how much I fuck without telling anyone why you know that. Your first-hand experience in the matter was my first-hand experience with a man, and I've never looked back.
And you know what? I proudly would absolutely stand by the idea of giving Santa Claus a hand job. It's Santa. Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know if-
Yeah, I tugged Santa off.
I don't know if
he
that's-
brings joy to everybody, so I wanted him to experience a little bit of joy.
That's true. I don't know that that's the hand experience he meant, because he did say, I've never looked back except when you are elbow deep inside me.
Oh.
Yep. I thank you for your letter.
Oh, I thought that was a jar of cookies.
I treasure your words almost as much as I treasure our forbidden love. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and the very next day, you jizzed on my back.
How much do you like that line?
It's very fun. It's very fun.
That's a bait and switch.
Here's the problem. I didn't realize. I thought Santa would be cool. I thought this was just casual. It's just like a fun thing we're doing. We're just hooking up. You know what I mean?
Very next day, you're just on my back.
Because I'm not.
Seems like he's caught feelings.
I don't know how to describe this. Like, I'm straight, but Santa, yes, he's a man.
He transcends.
It goes beyond. Like, he's a mythical figure, so I feel like mythosexual. I don't know what that
Say
is.
no more. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, very much
Please.
a mythical figure. Our wives don't understand. Our coworkers don't understand. The world doesn't understand.
And I hope one day there is a world that that will understand the love between a man and a mythical creature.
But the love between an eternally mythical Christmas figure,
See?
straight from the text,
We're on the same page.
and a rabidly insecure middle-aged comedian doesn't have to be understood.
Middle.
It only,
Early middle.
It only needs. It only needs to be experienced.
Early middle, please. I've only just entered middle.
Why did that one hurt me a little bit?
Hey, this is all fun and games, but shut the fuck up.
I can't wait to jack my frost all over your eastern seaboard.
What a stretch. What a stretch.
No way, that's not a
what
stretch.
an absolute stretch.
Possible Santa
Stuff
was
my stocking. You know what I
possible
mean?
Santa was trying to think of something other than eastern seaboard and ran out of time.
Stand by it. I mean, Santa stand bys it.
I'm
Stand bys it?
Shit.
What's that? Stand bys.
Sequel to Stand By Me.
Stand bys me?
I stand bys it. Stand by that's my lawyer.
I'm so happy you got that mistletoe tramp stamp so I can kiss you where you most need to be kissed, aka your anus. I yearn for the reindeer games we play, especially when those games involve the carrots being slowly jammed into your sweet puckering pee hole.
Gee. Santa really just digging in on this. This is graphic.
Frosty can smell that you've been eating more vegetables. You're inching closer and closer to the nice list. On a serious note, at your age, you really should be going in for routine colonoscopies. I have a great gastro guy if you need one. Digestive health isn't a joke, right?
I'm like a minute older than you, Chuck, and decades younger than Brad. So this is insulting. This is the part I don't
I'm
like.
the young buck. I
I
don't
like
have anything
all
to
of this
say.
stuff. You have carrots getting shoved in my pee hole. I'm like,
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm 41. Okay, I'm 41.
Anyway, no one needs to know that the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is actually about my dong throbbing for you.
Jesus.
Its pulsating red nose leads me through the storms to safely deliver gifts to where they need to be delivered, a.k.a. your anus, a.k.a. the gifts being my Santa ejaculate.
Oh, jeez.
Boy, remember at the beginning when I said there was a risk of you guys over swinging? Man. How wrong I was. Egg and Santa's ejaculate all over my face.
Santa. I'm tired of hiding our love, Ray. I long for a day when someone can see you kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe and not be riddled with confusion.
If only.
We're both bears, Ray, and I can't wait until
you.
society is okay seeing a polar bear absolutely going to town on whatever an over-the-hill bear from Maine is called.
Come on! This through line sucks. Now I know why you wanted me to sit in this fucking chair. Like, oh, I'm the papa.
My Yule log burns for you, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
I want to freeze my tongue to your flagpole. Pull all you like, but I'm stuck there all day.
That's great. Come on.
I'm
Yeah.
dreaming of a white Christmas, but that white is your sweet, pasty body. The snowbanks of your bosom, your blizzard of graying pubic hair, your avalanche of skin tags.
No skin tags. No grays on the pubes yet, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Do you shave them?
No. I'm not a fucking Olympic swimmer.
Let's continue with Ray's letter. Sweet, sweet Raymond the Blowman with your ghastly toothy hole. I want...
Toothy hole? Toothy?
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what Santa said.
Santa said that.
I
Wow,
want...
I didn't realize Santa wrote at the same level as like two guys doing
The girl in
like
the
a
pizza place.
Christmas
Just-
parody song about homeless people.
Just just one guy with that one. I want to put my corncob pipe under your button nose until my eyes begin to roll.
Oh, that one was good. That one was good.
The
Same guy.
Same guy who wrote Ghastly Tuesday.
Wow.
I can't stop thinking about what
Santa.
you've got between your legs. It truly is the Charlie Brown's Christmas tree of penises.
Aw.
Where others might see a pathetic, brittle twig, I see a mighty fern. That's right. Santa wrote fern.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Make like...
It's a fir tree.
Yep.
F-I-R.
Yeah, you said you don't shave.
And a fern is a plant. Yep. It's okay. Wait, listen, not all of this is funny. Sometimes it's just a chance to learn something.
Ray, I want you to make like Kevin McAllister and start abusing my wet bandits. Stomp on them, set them on fire, hit them with paint cans. I get off on it.
Oh.
Twist them so much that I can't tell which one is Harry and which one is Marv. JK, I don't know which one is Marv, but they're both hairy, just the way you like it.
You just confirmed.
I've been longing to see you again. I couldn't help but put quill to paper and write an ode to our love. So I leave you with this. Oh, it's another full page.
Oh, no.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through Ray's house...
Is there an entire parody of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas in
Not
here?
an entire.
Okay.
Santa cut some for length. Ray's creature was stirring as he ignored his spouse. She wrapped all the presents, but his heart was elsewhere, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, Ray's oven was warm for Santa's man batter.
I figured batter was going to be the... Yeah.
Ray hobbled and limped, not exactly the Flash. It's hard to move with a throbbing he-gash.
I knew you'd love E-Gash. Santa knew you'd love it.
Yeah.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, Ray drooled out the window. His bean he did flick.
Hold on, but in this case, then what's the driver? Because it was about Santa in the sleigh.
Look, we had to fit
That
it on
one
one.
doesn't even make
We wanted to
sense.
fit it on one, but yeah.
The rest I'm fully on board with.
The rest
yeah.
is definitely going to make sense.
The rest is absolutely accurate.
flicked your bean.
Yeah.
As he turned to the chimney, Ray's bean was still out. And as
Still
Santa
doing
came
bean.
in, Ray's bean tried to sprout.
Oh.
At Ray's age, you see, the stiffness was gone. Except in his hips, where it sadly lived on. St. Nick was a nymph with a little round belly. Ray was a nympho for Kris Kringle's man jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. Is Ray's Grinder headline. He wrote it himself. He spoke not a word. Santa went straight to his work. He entered Ray's Scrooge hole and demanded he twerk. Ray's gingerbread house was destroyed by their passion. It couldn't stand up to those two monsters mashing. They climaxed together as Ray's family was sleeping. The emotions were high. Even Ray's bean was weeping. Santa...
So disgusting.
Weeping bean.
Santa withdrew from Ray. On his sack he collapsed. Then noticed Ray's anus was a little prolapsed. Ray thought it was worth it. His heart was aglow. Plus Santa brought Ray a new hemorrhoid pillow. St. Nick flew up the chimney and Ray tried to sleep while thinking of Santa being sugar plums deep. Ray heard him exclaim in this picturesque scene, "Happy Christmas to all, especially Ray's bean."
It came back.
I love the bean.
Love the gross kind. Santa. P.S. I couldn't find that Nazi flag you wanted.
Oh.
So that's your letter from Santa?
Man, Santa, really conflicting stuff going on.
Seems like he is into you.
It seems like he was kind of fed up with both of you.
Yeah.
But he's like really, really into me. He's writing slash fiction about us.
I don't know about, truth / truth.
Can you get a restraining order from a Santa?
For a Santa or from one?
I want to get
On one.
On a Santa. I
Yeah.
didn't. Oh, you're the one that knows the
Yeah, the
correct
lingo.
terms on
I'll
this.
help
yeah.
you.
You know all the
I think
lingo.
Yeah.
I think you have to talk to NORAD about that. They're the ones who track Santa. So.
Oh yeah. Two mads and a horny is what we
that's
just got
right.
here.
It seems
we have,
like it.
We have a postscript inside this envelope that says, "For after all the letters have been read."
Okay.
Interesting. Is that also from Santa?
Yeah. Dear Chuck, Brad, and Ray, I'm sorry I couldn't be with you tonight on your episode of Funbearable. However,
He knew.
He knows.
I personally guarantee I will be a guest on your podcast next year.
What?
Love, Santa.
Wow. Well, if you had read that before the letters, I would be excited.
Yeah, but now you're worried.
Now
Now I'm
not.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little clingy. I mean, you guys hooked up. Maybe some people have trouble moving on from one night stands.
This feels like a violent relationship, like a bad relationship where it's like the sex is good, but he hits the shit out of me. You know what I mean?
Is it
That's
good?
what's going on here, huh?
Is it good?
I said it's like that.
Oh, it's
yeah.
like that. Sorry. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it seemed like it
yeah.
was good. His bean was weeping.
Yeah, that's right.
That could be a bad thing too, though.
Yeah.
I guess it could be. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm excited that he's going to be on next year, and you guys can, at the very least, settle your differences.
I guess. I think I would, if I were either one of you, I'd be nervous.
Yeah.
Or do we
you-
look at it as
I've got a year to turn things
That's
around.
what I'm thinking. I have 365 days to get in this guy's good graces.
That's true.
Not as
That
good
is
as
true.
you, but
I think
regular
I need
good.
to distance myself.
I want
a
to be
little
in
bit.
his okay graces.
I think I need to do more naughty shit so I can get lower
Oh,
on
I think
the
that's.
list.
I think that's just going to turn him on.
Oh,
I was going to
no.
say, be careful what kind of naughty.
Yeah.
How do I?
You got to take.
How do
less-
I? It's not you. It's not you. It's me. How do I do that to Santa?
I've never successfully done it.
Yeah. If
That's
you're
because you always.
if you're
go,
Chuck, your
it's-
strategy is like, hey,
it's not-
bring Santa to my family dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Hey, leave me be. It's Christmas.
Chuck's move is to absolutely do the wrong thing, but like call his friends and be like, I don't know what to do, and then we're like, don't do this. And then he goes, you're right, I won't. And then the next day calls and he goes, I did it.
Yeah.
You know what? The fire is dying.
Well, that's okay. I think that's okay because it's apropos.
Yeah.
Because I think just like these flames have dwindled down to embers, so too must this podcast episode.
We thank you all so much for spending Christmas Eve with us here on the podcast. We truly appreciate all the Fun Bears, whether you're here for the first time or whether you've been with us since day one.
And if this is your first time, holy shit.
Yeah. There's a
I-
lot of
I would-
subtext you missed.
I wish I could say it's not always like this.
I'm so hot.
Yeah.
We're always happy to hear from you. If you want to send us an email, funbearablepod@gmail.com or find us on socials @funbearablepod. Thank you again so much for being a part of our lives over the past, year or so.
Don't we have some gifts to open?
Oh, we do have some gifts. We have
do have some gifts from listeners.
from Fun
We
Bear.
have gifts. We were just about to wrap.
I know. I just remembered them.
Oh my gosh. And to be clear, last year we gave each other gifts on mic.
Yeah.
Chuck Staten,
There is a minor issue.
Ray.
And that issue is if this is another person I'm in a sexual relationship with, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, you never know.
But no, I want to say that my presence to both of you had a timing issue, but will arrive. So
My
you guys
presents
will
to you
receive.
are here.
Oh,
It's all right. It's not like my feelings are hurt or anything.
well, you know who you can blame? You can blame, for you specifically,
Yep.
You can blame the tenuous ability to ship quickly from China.
Okay.
Wow. That's an exotic
It's
gift.
true, and it's
an exotic gift.
I think it's going to get more difficult in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, that's why I made sure to do it this year.
Do we want to open these things now?
I think we
they're-
should open them.
yeah.
I mean, should we read the name on the top? Because I don't understand his name.
It's I don't think it's from that person. I
okay.
thought it was from someone else, but
All
you
right.
guys said in the text.
All right. I'm going to open this. I'm going
So
to
we
open
don't
this.
say the name?
Not the one that's in the front. Oh, man.
What do we got going on? Hold on.
Oh,
Hold
this
on,
isn't
I'm
who
doing
I thought
classic.
it was. Oh, my God.
You got to do
is
the
such a
classic.
surprise.
You got to make sure there's no cash in the envelope. That's what I learned when I was a kid.
Wow. I didn't realize what this was. That's amazing.
That's great.
What is this?
This is from a good friend of the podcast, a family of podcast friends, Lou Perella, Laura Perella, and Lucy Perella. I had no idea this is who it was from,
we all got different.
and we all got different little cards.
They're Muppet Tarot cards.
Oh, that's so fun.
I got Sam the Eagle.
now
as
it's making
Justice.
sense. Now it's making sense. So, Brad, you have Sam the Eagle.
Sam the Eagle
Justice,
as Justice.
I got Gonzo as the fool.
Perfect.
and I got the Manamana monster guy and the little I can't remember his name.
Oh, I love that.
I
logo.
like the
Is it
little
Pepe?
crawdad.
Pepe.
Yeah. And mine is strength.
Oh,
And I appreciate
wow. That's
that.
not even. I had no idea. I had
Thank
no
you
idea
very
this
much,
was
Lou.
from.
Yeah.
Thank
and,
you, Lou.
Merry
Wow.
Christmas, you less filthy than Chuck animal.
I got Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Damn it.
Merry Christmas, you may be as filthy as Chuck Animal.
Wow.
Laura Perella.
That's great.
Thank you very much.
That's
That's
amazing.
really
Thank
wonderful.
you.
I love these Muppet Tarots. They're great.
Yeah, they're
and
awesome.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think so,
you
too.
did. Unless yours just says justice, right?
That's correct, yes.
It doesn't say petulant justice?
No, it says justice, but I think
That's
he's
his new YouTube channel.
I think he's holding in a diarrhea. So
Oh, that's why Sam was always so stern. He
Yes.
was just like, oh, God.
I gotta get
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
open these gifts from old Brad Bones.
Oh, I feel bad that we don't have gifts
No,
for
don't
you.
feel
Yeah,
bad
but
in
we-
the slightest.
For Ray?
Yes.
But mine's still over the water.
I got you yours, but I can't give it to you this
That's
early.
fine. No worries.
All right, let's see.
This is something that I think needs to be opened early in the Christmas season, even though it is,
It is
Christmas
December
Eve.
24th.
It's the same thing.
Oh, this is great.
Lego Santa and his
Yes.
reindeer.
Thank you so
This
much.
is the one that fucks Ray.
I don't like that.
I know that Ray often puts together Lego sets
do.
as a sort of Zen thing to kind of
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Zone out.
refer to it as Zen, but
Yeah.
that's really just a shortcut of saying it allows me to relax.
Right.
Turn
It
my brain
allows,
off.
yeah, I can. It requires just enough focus where I don't start bringing up things
Right.
in my mind to have anxiety about, right?
Right.
Or just constantly think about work and all that
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I love, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put on a podcast.
Yep.
And build this and giggle in my dining room while Finn and Kalina are asleep.
Yep.
I love doing it, and I always, you know what I listen to? Like over and over and over. Re-listen to
Big Grande.
Big Grande, Teachers Lounge. It's still funny.
We've talked about Lego in the past,
Yeah.
and Chuck is like, oh, I got to get into that. Oh, I love
Yeah.
the idea
No, I
of
love
This
it.
is a
like,
chance.
you know,
I love it.
turning off part of my brain and these Christmas decorations. If we recorded this early in December, you could then like do it right away and put it up for display.
Well, we have access to the time machine.
Time machine.
We only use it. We've made a pact early on.
Yep.
Brad, Chuck, and myself have made a pact for the podcast because we have access to a time machine and it's too easy to screw things up.
Right.
We only use it for good
Yep.
during holidays
Yes.
based around scheduling.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And next, I did want to bring up an idea. Could we use it also for evil, bad, once in a while?
No, no,
We'll
no,
have
no.
to. We'll
No,
do a
no,
vote.
no, no.
We'll take a
Not
vote.
right.
No, the last time I tried to do a vote, I said let's go kill Hitler when he's younger, not a baby because that feels uncomfortable. But we could easily do it when he's like a teen, and I got outvoted.
Yeah.
I got outvoted.
I believe that he was. If we had gone back
We
to
thought we were gonna
to redeem
adopt
it,
him. Yeah, we're gonna adopt him and teach him a different way.
Yeah.
And that's
But you said you didn't have the
Horrifying.
time to adopt him and live in the 40s.
no 40s.
Yep.
Well, he's
That's when things really went south.
Sure.
we'll adopt him like 2 days before he gets elected.
Yeah,
got elected?
the election was
That's way
the real
before that.
concern.
well,
But yeah, thank you all so much.
Rule number one with a time machine: you need to know history.
get out of here.
Oh, and the last thing I want to say, Brad,
Yes.
genuinely. So my wife's
Yep.
birthday is in December,
Mm-hmm.
and so Finn and I, my son, we found a Christmas Village set.
Ooh.
They Lego has started doing that. They do like little Christmas Village kind of houses and stuff.
Yeah.
And Kalina had seen somebody else with a few of them that they build with their family like every year.
Yeah.
But they're super expensive because Lego
Yeah.
is overpriced.
Sure is, for
Yeah,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
And so we found this really great little Christmas Village set. And Finn and I bought it. It was on clearance, which was fantastic.
Nice.
We bought it. I stashed it away for like 2 months.
Yeah.
yeah.
And we gave it to her early for her birthday
Right.
because she always decorates for Christmas right after Thanksgiving. She
Yep.
loves it. We gave it to her then, and we're going to build it as a family
Nice.
and start our Christmas Village. And Brad, I want you to know like this is going to be a part of that Christmas village, and it's going to be a part of like a Harrington tradition.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's great.
And I mean, I can't think of a more star Lego set than Santa Claus.
Yep.
For the Christmas village.
Oh, of course.
It's not funny what I just said. It's all just genuine and true, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great, buddy. I love it.
I'm glad.
Very
Yeah.
thoughtful.
I can't wait for the day when Finn is a teenager and we go to put this away with the rest of the village set, and it shatters to a million pieces. And then Finn looks at me and goes, "What did you do?" And I look at him and go, "Fuck off," because he's a teenager.
Yeah,
and
you're
now
going to
we're-
be fighting.
We were going to be fighting all the time.
Yeah, I think
shouldn't
so.
have said any of that part. I had a sweet thing, and then I tried to make a joke.
I'm just going to build it.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, and you
No
can
directions.
Call, you can call Brad at any point for help with the.
Oh,
It does say 9
you know
plus,
what?
So.
I'll give you the directions.
Yes.
So if I need help, I'll just give him a call.
Yeah, that'd be
yeah,
great.
that's perfect.
That'd be
good.
great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us. For Ray Harrington and Chuck Staten, I'm Brad Rohr saying thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.
And I got to say, genuinely, I know we do a little postscript goof.
Yep.
But I am feeling a swell of Christmas spirit and like really appreciating our Funbearable like little crew. You know what I mean?
course.
The followers, the I don't even want to say fans because that always sounds weird to me.
Right.
Like the fucking cool people that like chime in and they write in and they talk
love
to
it.
us.
So much creativity.
It's wild that there's like a little community behind this truly absurd thing that we managed to do.
I love it. I completely agree. I think
Yeah.
about it all the time. Sometimes I wake up and you're like, meme, comment, they're sharing stuff about Brad. They're doing this, they're doing this.
Yeah.
And it could not warm my heart more because I do think it's a place where we truly get to kind of sit down and bring our own comedic voices to the table.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's a chance to be silly.
That's what I think.
And especially in 2024 or going into 2025.
Yeah.
Where the landscape I've been thinking about this lately. Maybe I saw something online that triggered this thought, and maybe this isn't the place to do it in the postscript of the Christmas episode, but there is a real lack now of sincerity
For sure.
in all things.
For
right?
sure.
Brad's going to lay under the tree and he's going to put a bow on his crotch.
I've been sitting so awkwardly for so long. My
yeah,
spine,
what, 53 years now?
my spine, my aching spine.
But there's
Yes.
a lack of sincerity. folks.
Right.
By the way,
And-
this is fucking sincere.
Yeah,
if I've
yeah,
ever
yeah,
seen
yeah.
it in my
Yeah.
life. My diarrhea spine.
I think
At this point, I'd rather have the Rhea.
I think my spine is made of diarrhea.
I agree, man.
You have dialosis.
Yes.
Isn't that true? Scoliosis and
Plus
diarrhea
diarrhea
at the same
together.
time.
You were saying about the lack of sincerity.
Yeah, there is a lack of sincerity. Like I was thinking about it in terms of movies.
yeah.
Like you can't have someone too sincere, or you can't have a film that's too sincere to
Right.
the point where you get like the Marvel films all have like we're gonna quip, we're gonna do, we're not gonna be too sincere, right? And that goes across the board with all of the big IPs
Right.
and things like that. There's a lack of sincerity. I think that's a big part of like the John Hughes world.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
It's goof, big old pile of sincerity.
Right.
And so I like that we do extremely silly. Mm-hmm. We do sincere
Yep.
because I think in the comedy world, as a stand-up comic, I think about that sincerity, the detachment there. The last thing any comedian wants to do is come across trying
Yep.
Right.
or being sincere
Yep.
or like showing vulnerability.
Yep.
And so it's really fun for my own personal experience, selfishly, to be able to be silly and fun with you guys.
To
And
have,
I really,
to have
I
a
really
place.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I feel the exact same way. I love what we get to do, and I love that we have a place where there are no guardrails, and we
Yeah.
get to say, in everywhere else you kind of got to live in a specific way and do things a certain. This place we make the rules, and the rules are there are no rules. I love it,
That is true.
and I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
three
Yeah.
different voices.
Well, with these embers just about out, I think there's only one thing that we need to do in front of a subsiding fire.
Kumbaya.
Fuck.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Good thing I have the onesie.
I'm gonna hit you guys with this slipper.